A lot of people got the Messiah, the Master coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible. The Bible says, that he does judge and make work,
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage. I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine. Yeah, y'all love sin. And these pastors ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites, y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom. And that's real. I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. I have come to find out it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Is it? Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping His commandments, you gon' perish when He come back with His army and the sword. All judgment has been handed down to Him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know Him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, He gon' tell you He don't know you either. And to the lake of fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talk a takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies, laying every word. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments. That's the covenant, I'm standing on it. 10 toes down, ain't no use in playing on it. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and sisters of the house of Israel that scattered to the 4 corners of the earth. It's your brother Stephen Israel in the building. And we are Order Melchizedek, Tupelo, Mississippi. Again, I want to say shalom to everybody. Glad to be here again before y'all to do the work and to dispensate the word of the Most High God once again. We are not a hate group. We don't hate anyone because of their race, their religion, or their gender. We are a Bible-based group. We teach from the 1611 King James Version Bible, including the Apocrypha. So, brothers and sisters, get your notebook, get your notepad, get your pen, get your pencil. Most importantly, get your sword out. Get ready to write down you some notes. Take down these scriptures along with the precepts. Because it's Tuesday once again. And it's back to the basic Tuesday. With none other than my brother, the young gunner, KG. So with that being said, I want to introduce the brothers on the panel. I got my brother, the chosen one, Cortez in the building. Shalom, Hebrew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shalom, my beloved brethren on the panel, and shalom to the family in the chat. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All praises to the Most High. So again, I got my brother, none other than the young gunner in the building. KG is our teacher for the night. Shalom, Hebrew.
Shalom, shalom, brothers on the panel. Shalom, everybody in the chat, man. I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. And yes, it's that time of the week again. Back to the basics Tuesdays. Let's go.
All right, with that being said, I yield the floor to the teacher.
All praises, all praises, all praises. I hope everybody had a beautiful Shabbat this past weekend. I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. And today's topic is Yah's favorite color. Let me say it again. It's Yah's favorite color. And I had to do this lesson for the sake of I've been running into some people that tune in to my lessons that we have throughout the weekend. They be asking me questions, and one of the questions that came up was some of the questions that came up were who are we according to the Bible? Where do we stand in all of this? Questions like that. I've also received questions like this on Wednesdays when I go to teach at the church that I have to teach at. That what they asked me to come teach them certain things that they have questions about, and this is one of the questions. So I might actually end up having to discuss this particular topic again. But I felt like, hey, this is actually a good lesson for Back to the Basics Tuesday. So we might as well just expound on it a little bit and grow together. And as always, brothers and sisters, my job is to get us to thinking, get our minds flowing. Know we probably all had a busy day, and sometimes that get our mind flowing within itself, but we still have a job to do on Tuesdays and every other day of the week. So I have to start out with some questions. But before I start out with the questions, brother Cortez, you reading for me tonight, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm locked and loaded. I got you, bro.
All righty. Let's start out with the foundation script, which would be 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15.
Second Timothy 2, verse 15.
Read when you're ready, brother.
All right, Second Timothy 2 and verse 15, and it reads, Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Praises. Read it one more time for me, brother. One
Yes,
more
sir.
time.
Study to show thyself approved unto God,
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
It says, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Yes,
Study
sir.
to show thyself approved. It's certain things, brothers and sisters, that was left in this handbook for us to learn, to understand, to receive in order to not make the same mistakes that our ancestors made, to not do certain things that we learned that they did that we shouldn't do, to also ultimately know who we are according to the Bible, know what was meant for us to do according to the Bible. So that scripture, brothers and sisters, that is very important, and it's so important on so many different levels that I feel like sometimes when you hear study to show yourself approved, they think most people might think that how can I say it? You learn a couple scriptures, you learn how to mesmerize them, you learn how to repeat certain scriptures over and over. You learn how to what's the stories of the Bible. And that goes along with it. But sometimes it's it also means to learn the inner details of within those stories, or unique details about the stories, the unique details about the scriptures within itself. And once we came into this truth, we began to do that. And when you began to do that, it opens up the book for you even more. It opens up details for you even more that we have a job to do as well as passing it on to our brothers and sisters that may or may not have the best idea of it. And tonight, I'm going to focus on some of the favorite colors of Yah. I know, hey, it sounds pretty interesting, but it's quite simple when you act once we actually get down to the nit and grit of it. But I want to just sit here and show to my brothers and sisters that may be new to the chat or new to the lesson atmosphere. I just want to show y'all that from beginning all the way from Genesis all the way to Revelation, Yah has been using his favorite color. He's been showing his favorite color. He's been showing how he does things, why he did things the way he did them. And we're gonna dive into that tonight. There's not gonna be too many key points tonight, brothers and sisters. I'm kind of trying to prove a point, but at the same time, I'm trying to show certain people that may or may not know. So if you know, hey, just stick along for the ride. Pull your scripts out when you feel it's needed. We'll get to them as soon as we can. But with that being said, let's go into our first question, which is I hope this I sat long for a minute and try to I need a question that's just going it's gonna give a lot of answers, but it's gonna make you think as well. So my first question for tonight, and brothers on the panel, y'all feel free to answer as soon as I get done answering the question. Brothers and sisters in the chat, you know, we love to hear your input, see what everybody's thinking. That's the purpose of the questions for us to all to interact with each other. Um, but my first question for tonight, brothers and sisters, is what is color used for? What is color used for? There are no wrong answers. As always, you know how I do by at this point. But tell me what you think. What is color used for? And it's many answers to this as well. It's many answers to this. This is really a no miss question right here. Just tell me what y'all think. What is color used for? Sister Psalms 91 Sword says learning. That's right. That's absolutely right, Sister Sword. That is absolutely right. You can learn different things from colors. You can. We're gonna learn a couple things about that tonight. Brothers, what y'all think about that question? What is color used for?
Well, from the perspective of a painter, I know we talking about biblically, but I'm just gonna say like from a painter's perspective, color is used to project feelings,
Mm-hmm.
emotions, and different, how they feel. They express it through the colors. So I mean that's what I would probably go with, feelings and uh the express thought. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I actually like.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, no, that's actually a good perspective because in this case, just taking your thought process to what to a biblical standpoint, the Most High Yah would be the artist in this case. He is
Right,
always referred to himself as the potter, making the clay. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
he is this that is actually a good thought process right there. I like that, brother Steph. Did you have something?
Yeah. Color is used for several different purposes biblically.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I don't want to try to give away none of your lesson, but you know, color is used for um, like blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
The heavens are blue. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
Then you look at purple, which is royalty
Mm-hmm.
and kingship.
Mm-hmm.
White is used for holiness, purity.
Mm-hmm.
Gold is for glory. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
in the scriptures, different colors are used for different things, and they're used repetitively for those specific things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Purple is a royal color. You know what I'm saying? And when any of us think of gold, we think of purity. You know what I'm saying? We think of not purity, but gold is like it's like you think of abundance when you
Mm-hmm.
think of gold. You
It
know,
has some
like
type of importance to it. I'm with you.
that's right, that's right. Or divinity is a
Mm-hmm.
word that we can use. You know, like uh, blue is more like for covenants and commandments and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
whereas purple is kingship or royalty. Gold is for glory. You
Mm-hmm.
know, even when they speak about the um the highways or the roads in heaven, it said they will be paved with gold. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's to show the glory of the kingdom of God. But that's my answer, Hebrew. I ain't gonna keep going on. No, go ahead.
No, that was actually beautiful, and I'm gonna tell you why that was beautiful because um everything around us is colored a certain reason. It's colored for a certain reason. Like you were saying, the grass, the sun being the color that it is, the sky being the color it is. All these things, were designed a certain way for a certain reason. I mean, I'll even go even further, like the ephod, the stones that represents the 12 tribes. Each one has a distinct color. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a lot of details within these things. They were used just like you said for certain reasons, and it wasn't for just no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? Each one had a significance to it, which is actually beautiful because that's an even better build up right there for me. But let's get to what everybody said in the chat. Sister Arlene said to differentiate one thing from another. That's absolutely right, Sister Arlene, because if everything was the same color, how would we be able to move and operate with certain things? Now, I'm pretty sure the Most High would make it that way if He wanted to make it that way, but of course He didn't, because if everything was the same color, if He wanted everything the same color, He would have made everything the same color. But that's actually a good point as well, Sister Arlene. Brother Salagi, Brother Winston French said to segregate and set up class system in relation to skin. Brother French, I see you, Brother French. Hey, you might, hey, man, you inside my brain. Was you around me or something when I was making this lesson, man? What you think? Hey, I see you, Brother French. Go ahead now. All praises. Shalom to you, Brother Tuvi. And Brother Tuvi said making distinctions between different objects. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. I agree with that as well. Let me see what else we got. Um, Notorious, shalom to you, sis. Notorious Hebrew says showing mood or majesty. And yes, we like, and brother Steph just covered that in his answer because it each one has a different feel to it, and each one serves a different purpose. Some purposes are greater than others, but they all still serve their purpose. So, like I said, there are no wrong answers to this, and those are actually good answers. Uh, Sister Hebrew, Notorious Hebrew went on to say, shows the nature of something. That's absolutely right. Because uh like once again, the woods, when you go into wooded areas, the main colors that you see are green, brown. In the fall, you see different spectrums of colors because the leaves are changing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things in that. Praise to that. Let me see. We got anybody else? Let me see. Shalom to you, Sister Brenda Hill. You said to identify. That might sound wrong. Nope. Nope. Sister, you're right on point. Because we use color to identify certain things, Salakia. So hey, all praises that. I appreciate y'all for participating with that. Okay, I got one more. Mother Mary says to identify mood, status, and ethnicity. That's also correct. That is also correct. And all those are great answers. I appreciate y'all answers in the chat. And we you pretty much with your answers, you kind of already answered my next question, which was why is color important? Y'all kind of threw all of that in together, so we're gonna just skip that question because the answers was pretty much on point. Especially Brother Cortez and Brother Steph. I like what y'all said on y'all answers as well. I like what everybody said in their answers, but that was a good build up for what we're going to. So we all are agreeing that colors are used for certain reasons to identify, to distinguish, to differentiate, to set apart certain things. And we all understand that the Most High could have made everything the same color, used the same color for everything, but he didn't. And that's where we're going to go with this. So let's go ahead and dive into this lesson, brothers. Listen, brothers and sisters. Brother Cortez, let's go to Genesis 2 and 7. Because, like Mother Mary said, we're gonna focus on one particular thing tonight. Now we can bring out many other things, and anything that y'all feel free that involves with a color, feel free to bring it out as well. But tonight we're gonna focus on ethnicity. And when you ask when I say we're focused on ethnicity, you probably say, well, brother KG, why are we focus on ethnicity? Because we have to go back to what all of us have just said. He could have made everything the same color, but he differentiated it for a purpose. He made one color more royal, one color more important, one color more distinguished. One color is the salt of the earth, whereas there's other spectrums that's not considered the salt of the earth. And it's not to be racial, it's not to be biased to any other color. It's just to show that the Most High knew what he was doing. He did it for a reason. And not only did he do it for a reason, but he did it for a purpose to set apart his people back then and now. So with that being said, Brother Cortez, give me Genesis 2 and 7.
All right, Genesis 2 and 7, and it
Mm-hmm.
reads, And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostril the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
That's right. Now, like I said, there's some depth to this scripture. Um, there's a lot of milk on this scripture, and there's a lot of meat on this scripture too. For those that know. For those that still that learning, hey, I pray the Most High leads you into that understanding. But with that being said, we're going to focus on one thing here. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. Okay, let's stop right there for a second. Dust of the ground. And I feel like all my brothers and sisters kind of know where I'm going with this at this point, but we got to get into it. If you go outside and you grab a shovel and you dig into the earth, more than likely, what color of dust are you going to find? Drop y'all answers in the chat. Tell me what y'all think. But if you go into your backyard right now, your front yard, your side yard, whatever kind of yard you like to go into, if you go into that yard and you grab a shovel and you start digging, more than likely, what color is that dust going to be? And keep in mind, brothers and sisters, while you're answering that question, like we said earlier, the Most High could have made the dust any color he wanted. He could have made dust any color he wanted. So he made dust a certain color for a certain reason. He made men from the dust for a certain reason. Think y'all get where I'm going with this. Once again, this is going to be one of those lessons where, I'm politely proving the point, but not being too aggressive with it. But I feel like the scriptures is going to speak for itself. And see, and like we are all on one accord with this. But let me start at the top. Sister Notorious Hebrew said, rich fertile soil is black. The lighter is dust, the more It's like it. The lighter is dust, the more desolate the soil. Praise it. That's actually a good analogy, good observation right there, Notorious Hebrew, because that's actually right. Um, Rich soil is black. That's exactly right. And just to give context to what Sister Notorious Hebrew is saying right there, we're talking about at the beginning of time, before there was no desolation. We talking around the Garden of Eden. Everything is fruitful. Everything is plentiful. So there really was no desolation, no lighter dust at that particular time. So that soil was black. Praises that. Mother Mary says dark color, or side note, black. That's right.
Um,
Salakia.
Step in, step in.
Go ahead, Steph.
um, being in the profession that I'm in, I've had the privilege of traveling to a lot of different places,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been in desert, I've been in the mountains, I've been in the valleys.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone through mountains that are so high that you can see the different colors of the earth in the sides of the mountains, where Esau have gone through and blasted their way through mountains and made tunnels and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see what the original colors of the soil was in the mountainside.
Mm.
And the deeper you go, the darker the soil gets.
Mm. Okay.
Was it
Brother
you?
Cord.
I'm trying to see what bro threw yet. Oh, okay, he threw. Jeremiah. Can I bring out Jeremiah 14 and 2, I think,
Yeah, bring it up.
where it reads, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. So they are black unto the ground. What is that
It ain't talking about the gates. I'll tell you that much.
saying? so, so they are black like the ground, right? Unto the ground.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. I just. Okay. Go ahead.
Just thought you. Hey, thought you put that out there for a second. Shalom, brother
Yeah.
Mikael. Sister Psalms 91 sword said shades of brown and some layers of reddish
Shalom,
colored
Hebrew.
dirt. Shalom, shalom, brother. Let me see. Brother Tuvi, y'all said different shades of brown. That is correct. Sister Brenda Hill said black. That is correct. Sister Cindy Carr said shades of black, brown, and red. That is correct. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missed nobody. All right. All praises to that. But yeah, that was a good script right there too. Bro, Mikael, you want to throw anything in there before I get to going? Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Come on with it.
Can y'all? Yeah, you said I want to throw anything in there before you get started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Jesus is white, and the angels are white, and
Oh,
God is all right.
okay. Oh, okay. This what we doing today?
Jesus is white, the
Mhm.
angels is white, and God is
Mhm.
all right.
All right then. With that being said, brothers and sisters, we are going to start at Genesis and we're going to go all the way to Revelations to see if Jesus is white and if the angels are white and everything is all right. Say it for me one time, Mikael. White Jesus. Say it one time for me. Somebody say it. Which one of y'all be saying it? Say it one time,
He
please.
keep he keep looking at me.
Hey,
Who? White Jesus.
hey, white Jesus. He the reason for the season, baby.
Oh, okay. So hey, so they say. So
Right.
they say. Now, brothers and sisters, once again, I'm going over this because I
Allegedly.
have had certain people that watch the classes sometimes. I've had also had certain people um at the church that I go to ask questions similar to this. So for the sake of answering their question, this is why we're going over this. But of course, this is back to the basics Tuesdays, and this is a basic thing that we should all know, because if we were studied to show ourselves approved, this is something that we would have known, to begin with, right? But we got to go through it. So let's get to it. We was in we was 2 and 7. Let's jump to Genesis 42, 7 and 8. I'm not even gonna use I'm not even gonna use Esau in chapter 25. You know, I can use that, but I'm just taking a different approach here. Go ahead, brother Mikael. If anybody want to bring out that Esau script where it speaks about how Esau was, hey, feel free. Um, I had an opportunity to bring that out. I'm focusing on something else. I'm trying to show something here real quick, brothers and sisters. But go ahead, brother Cortez.
All right. You said Genesis 42, 7 and 8.
Yeah, Genesis 42 verses 7 and 8. That's right.
All right. And it reads, and Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, whence come ye? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him.
Now, why is that?
Hmm.
Why is that? Why is that, brothers and sisters? Joseph knew who they were, but they didn't know who he was. Why? I know why, but I just want y'all to, throw it out there. I know why, but why did they look at him like that? Why did they not know who he was? How did he still know who they were? I mean, of course they're his brothers, right? He would know who his brothers look like. They grew up together. They threw him in the pit. The Ishmaelites brought him into Egypt. That's also correct. That's also correct. Towards Hebrew, years passed and he was younger. That's right. That's right. But one thing that didn't change was his skin complexion. So if we walk into, and we'll use what Notorious Hebrew just said. Years passed and he was younger. So he did grow. He probably gained a beard. He probably grew a little bit taller. Sister Brenda Hill said, because he was dressed like the Egyptians, my wife broke in Egypt. Okay. But you are correct about that part. He was dressed like the Egyptians. He was dressed like them. He had grew from years past. He probably, like I said, he probably got a little bit of facial hair. He probably grew a little bit taller. But most important thing is here
They
is
probably
that, go
go ahead.
ahead.
No,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you got to keep in mind it was a big time gap. So, and then they did throw him in the pit, so they probably thought he was dead. Really, to be honest.
I can see that as well. I can see that as well.
I mean, cause that's what I would have thought if I pushed my brother in the pit and left him to die. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I can see that as well.
That just me thinking out loud. But go ahead.
Brother Winston French said because they were all the same color. Somebody give Brother Winston French a prize. Somebody, we got anything in the back? I'm sorry, brother. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. I'm not, what
Get
Notorious
get
is.
give him that sound effect, Mike. Get that brother a sound effect.
I don't know the exact time of how long it had passed.
It was a good little
No, it
time.
was.
It was a good little time period. I can try to find it for you if you want me
I
to,
think it
Hebrew.
was. No, I think it was 30 years because it's right here with in 41, I believe.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
It might have been. It might have been 15 to 30 years because it says in um chapter 41 verse 46, and Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before Pharaoh king of Egypt, And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went throughout all the land of Egypt. So around that time that it happened, he was 30. He was 30 around the time that that happened. So it had to been a course of anywhere from 10 to 15 years. But the point that we are trying to make here is that they didn't recognize him. They didn't recognize him because he blended in with the community. So if his we know his skin color didn't change because it didn't say it in the scripts for one, but we know his skin color didn't change. He might have grew a little bit. Well, he might have grew a little bit taller. Might have had some facial hair at that time. And like Brother Cortez said, hey, if I threw my brother in the pit, I'd probably think he's dead too, and wouldn't think about it no more. But the fact still remains is like let me see. Sister Brenda Hill said he was dressed like the Egyptians, and he blended in with them. So in order to blend in with them, you could have on Egyptian clothes, but if you're not the same complexion as the Egyptians, you're not going to blend in, right? That says something within itself. So he had to have blended in with the Egyptians and texts and historical texts and hieroglyphs, however you want to go back in time and define it or look for it, it shows that the Egyptians were black. So now that we have gotten, we're gaining a little traction here. That's just a couple examples that we could have used in Genesis. Some of those, them brain warmers right there, to get our minds flowing. Now let's go to Exodus. Let's go to Exodus chapter 2, verse 19.
All right. Let me know when you ready, Hebrew.
Bring it up.
Exodus 2 and 19, and it reads, and they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock.
Okay. So just to give a little context of where we at in Exodus, this is around the time that Moses was on the in the scene. He was in the picture. Moses had just got done from fleeing from Egypt because he had murdered an Egyptian. So he left. In the midst of him leaving, he went around what would eventually become his family because he would marry one of his daughters, but he went around his father-in-law at that time, the area where his future father-in-law and wife would be at, and they were being troubled by some men. So he fought them off. He made them leave them alone, just to give a quick context of what's going on here. So they was trying to get water. He helps them get water. They take the water back. The daughters take the water back, and they begin to tell their father what happened. The father asked, "Why didn't you bring him back?" So they ended up going back to get him and introduce him to the father. The father was pleased with him, and the story goes on from there. Um, with that being said, though, let's focus on 19. And in 19 it says, "They said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us and watered the flock." So we all know that this is Moses, but they said an Egyptian helped them. Why is that? Could it be that Moses looked like the Egyptians? Could it be that he blended in with the Egyptians the same way that Joseph blended in with the Egyptians? More likely so. More
That's
likely
yeah,
yes than no.
that's what it sounds like.
So with that being said, it's safe to say that Moses was black. This is kind of why I set it up like this, because the same thing that happened to Moses happened to Joseph.
And it's
When he was
perfectly done the way you setting this up. It's perfectly done. I like the way you doing it, but I'm gonna go and let you finish. Teach, my brother.
all praises. All praises, brother. I appreciate that. I really do. Because like I said, I'm gonna take it. We're gonna start at Genesis. We're gonna go all the way to Revelation. Brothers and sisters, I might go over a little bit tonight. I'm just gonna
Hey,
go ahead and tell you
About
up front.
time. About
can,
time.
I might I
Man.
might go over a little bit tonight.
can,
I'm just
can,
going,
can,
About time we go
can,
4
can I
hours long.
Can I say something that you may or may not have in your list, but it's in the
Come
same
on,
chapter that we
come on
in.
with it.
Okay. All right, check this. And
Mm,
it came to pass that verse 23, and it came to pass in process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of bondage. And they
mm,
cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage.
mm,
And God heard their groaning. God remembered his covenant with Abraham and with
mm,
Isaac and with Jacob.
mm.
So we know that the children of Israel, what color they were, because we don't prove it through scripture. But
Right.
why would God make a covenant with them? And it said, and God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect unto them. So
Mm,
would it be
Uh,
safe to say that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which we already know this, okay, that they're black, but why would God have a covenant and have, set them aside from all the other people? So I mean that just it just proving the people that we're talking about with the covenant, what they look like, and pretty much what God and Jesus look
that's correct, brother Miguel. You wanted that? You want to throw something in there?
like.
yeah, because like when you look at that, you have a set of black people that are ruling, called the
Hmm.
Egyptians, ruling
Hmm.
over another dark race that
Hmm.
are
Mm-hmm.
called Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
And here by the moaning and the groaning of their bondage, out of this dark nation, the Most High hears their cry because of the affliction and the oppression.
Mm-hmm.
So, right there, brothers and sisters, you can use just this little context of script that my brothers are bringing out to bring it on home to those that thinking the people, the imposters we see today, are the true Israelites by color. You can even also prove that Jesus was black just by proving that little point right there. Because he said, y'all remember his covenant with who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead, brother.
And isn't Joseph a part of the 12 tribes? Didn't Joseph come from Jacob? Am I reaching here or am I spot on? I'm just asking
You're
for a
spot
friend.
on.
Okay,
You're
I was
spot
asking.
on.
Yeah, I was asking for a friend. Don't mind me, brothers and sisters in the chat. I was just
And
asking
let
for a
me say
friend.
this. Let me say this.
Correctamundo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shut up for the rest of the day. I'm gonna say this right here. Don't get upset with my brother or me or Cortez or brother Stephen. I'm talking to the naysayers and the gainsayers. To say that all we talk about is the Hebrew Israelites, all they talk about is color. When we've been sitting here through this, through the captivity of America, been lied to this whole time, and these folks playing in your face, putting Charleston Heston as Moses. Then these white folks running around here saying they Moses and they the Israelites and they built the pyramids and they'll say color don't matter. When they sitting up there in the Russian catacomb whitewashing all the black images of the saints. Yeah, color matter. It matters a lot because you identify who the color is. And did
Mm,
wait a minute? If they black, if the people of God are black, that means God is black. That means
mm,
Yep.
Jesus was black.
mm,
Hmm.
That means the angels are black.
That says a
mm,
whole lot.
See, that says a whole lot. That's like
Yep.
now that gives me a whole different interpretation or give me a whole different outlook on what the Bible really is
that's
And
right.
and
and
who it's
and
talking to.
my bad. I was gonna say,
Go ahead.
and to show you how I'm gonna get back to you, KG, right quick. And to
Mm,
show you that how they, it's a scripture that say they covered the judges and hid the faces. Okay, to show you how it still plays in today's time when what was that dang it the black version was the color of the cross, but what was the white version of it with Mel Gibson in it?
The Passion
oh,
of
you talking
Christ.
talking about
Passion
Passion
of
of
Christ.
Christ?
Okay,
Mm,
check this. When Passion of Christ came, it was at every theater in the U.S.
that's right.
When the black version come out, Color of the Cross. Do you know why I had to go to see that with my church? We had to go all the way to Jackson, Tennessee, to watch it because it wasn't showing nowhere around here.
Mm,
So that goes to show you that they purposely do what they do
Mm-hmm.
because see they didn't want it. They suppressed how many people actually saw it because they knew that was gonna stir them up and that was gonna show them that we've been lied to because the same effect you got from Passion of Christ, you don't get that from the Color of the Cross. When you watch Color of the Cross, bro, it resonates with your spirit. You feel it, and you gonna shed a tear.
But here
If you
go, I'm
got
gonna take it a
any,
step further.
if the ruach is moving within you, to see that black face done the way it was done, and it just, bro, I can't explain it. It do something to you, bro. The ruach gets stirred up when you watch Color of the Cross. But go ahead, Ebro.
Yeah, but see what you said, it resonated with you, and you started crying because of the color of the cross, right?
Right.
But when we was bamboozled at that time and didn't know no better, I cried during the Passion of Christ. I didn't care what the Messiah. When I saw that white Jesus, who I thought was my Savior,
I probably
well,
did when it came out too. I just don't
yeah,
remember.
I
Yeah,
cried when they
I probably did.
beat the flesh out that pale heathen. Then come
Yeah.
to find out, I should have been cheered. I should have been cheered.
I didn't cry.
But I'm
I
just saying, I'm just showing you the level of compassion that we have. No matter at that time being blind, well, no matter what we still had some humanity in us not to see color, because you didn't see color when it was happening. You saw a man getting beat for the sins of the people.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see.
I'm with you.
Go
I'm
ahead,
with
bro.
you, bro. I'm
And
with you.
well, just to add on to what y'all saying, and that's one of the problems today. That's one of the main things that you hear. Well, color doesn't matter. His color doesn't matter. He wasn't black. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. And at the end of the day, color doesn't matter. Okay, well, if color doesn't matter, why is it so much
He
emphasis
clear.
put on it in today's time? Right, he's clear. If color doesn't matter, why are
Everclear.
certain people that are certain colors still getting treated differently based off of their color, based off of their nationality, based off of their race, however you want to put it? If color doesn't matter, why isn't everybody equal across the board financially, for stability, so on and so forth? Some people will say, well, because they choose to work a certain way, and they didn't do what others did. But there should, in certain countries, brothers and sisters, everybody is given the same opportunity. Everybody is given the same advances. Everybody is given the same treatment, because why? They are a citizen of that country, not because of the color they are in that country. And here's also a fun fact that you may not have known about Passion of Christ. Mel Gibson got hit by lightning 2 to 3 times in the midst of the making of that video, and well, not video, but that movie. Also, there were a bunch of other painful things that happened to him in the midst of making that movie. The Most High was striking him down for doing it. You can look this up on YouTube. Fact check me.
And also on YouTube, Hebrew, for our sisters in the chat, if y'all ever want to watch the movie Color of the Cross, it's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And part two too.
Mm-hmm.
Also on YouTube.
But see, you bringing this out, this also should bring more understanding and make it clear to y'all, brothers and sisters. When Christ said it himself, they were gonna hate you for my name's sake. That's so many levels to that. They hate you
Mm-hmm.
because you Israel, but that's the namesake. They hate if they hate him. Don't you think they hate his black skin too? Don't they hate your black skin?
They didn't just hate what he stood for; they hated everything about him.
Thank you.
Salak. I'm gonna share this, man, because we are the only nation of people that hate our own self. There's not another nation of people that walk the face of this earth that would rather serve a God of another nation
Mm-hmm.
than to serve a God that look like them. Our people will literally take your life for saying that Yahweh was an Israelite man and he was black. They will turn on you. I seen a lady in a Jeep the other day where them brothers at IUIC were teaching. It was an Israelite sister, a black woman. She was driving a Jeep Wrangler. She tried to run over them brothers with that Jeep by 7 or 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
They was out there teaching Christ is a black man, and that the Israelites are black, that we've been lied to. She got in her Jeep and tried to unalive them brothers, tried to run them over and take their life.
Numerous times ran over equipment and more.
So you saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I
I didn't see that one.
Yes,
Yeah, I actually
yes.
think to be
She
even
went
more
to
accurate,
jail.
yeah, she did. She's serving 23 years right now.
23 years. So will.
Right now. But to be even
Yeah.
more accurate, I think that woman
All
was actually
praise.
an Edomite, brother still.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought she was an Israelite. I
No,
thought she was an Israelite.
I think she was an
all
Edomite, but
praise.
still
All praise.
the point still sticks though, because she probably heard the preaching of black Jesus and everything that came with it and said, okay, so if that's what y'all teaching, then where does that leave me? You know what? To hell with y'all. I'm finna kill all y'all and
Well,
try to run them over.
I'm gonna say
But
this, and I'm gonna turn it over to y'all. I'm gonna have a watch party on the Passion of Christ, and I'm gonna cheer on that butt whooping. Sure will. I said, pick the flesh off that pink booty heathen. We're gonna have us a good
man,
time.
man,
Go
come
ahead,
on,
but
y'all.
man.
but what I was saying though, man, like I remember coming out of Christianity, and I can remember sharing the truth of the scriptures with my loved ones, and the hate was so strong, I could feel it in my spirit. It was so strong. The looks that you get, the
Mm-hmm.
side eyes that you get, the rejection that you receive, it affects not only you physically, that affect your spirit, bro. But it's
Mm-hmm.
because our people have Stockholm syndrome, and we hate ourselves so much we can't fathom the thought of the Most High God looking like you and I. And it's been done through subliminal messaging, through the miseducation system, through the
Mm-hmm.
church, through
Mm-hmm.
our ancestors, our foremothers and forefathers, teaching us the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, we hate our own skin. In Africa, those people got bleach over there, and they bleach themselves
Yeah.
because they want to be white. Mike, if you remember, we showed a video, Hebrew. They had a big old imitation of a white Jesus up
Oh,
there by
white
the
Jesus.
pulpit,
Mm-hmm.
and they had those black
Mm-hmm.
babies coming up there kissing the feet
I've
and
seen that
bowing
video.
down to it.
I've seen that video. I've seen it.
But yeah, man,
Brother,
color
sister, this
matter,
is
Hebrew.
serious. This is serious. And them Africans, they love white Jesus. Now, I'm telling you that now.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it with my own eye. The deception is real. Go ahead, KG, teach
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm gonna shut up.
All right, all right, all right. Now, brothers and sisters, we stopped at Moses being an
Hold,
Egyptian.
hold, hold, hold on, man.
Okay, come on with it. What you got, Cortez?
How can you be in the land over there? How did that lie reach way? Now
The
they
same way.
should, bro. But
The
they should,
same, the same way it reached
man.
over
I'm
here.
confused.
They
I'm
they
confused.
got they got colonized, man. They
Okay,
got
I get it.
colonized,
I get it.
and this is what they was pushing over there. Like we can like when brother Mikael brought out his lesson on Leopold. Leopold was over there chopping hands and feet off. Hey,
Noses.
look, yeah, they was getting beat up. They was getting put to death for doing
Right.
it, for believing what
I
they
get it.
believe.
I
You
had
know
to
what I'm
catch
saying?
myself. Yeah,
And
you're
then
right.
after so many years, was centuries of being brainwashed to this, that's what it came to.
And then
Mm-hmm.
the old folks died off, or they killed them. The ones that
Mhm.
held the knowledge. I get it. All right, my bad. Salaki.
Now, with that being said, we was on Moses. Let's stick to Moses. Now, I'm gonna make a quick jump right here because we're still on the fact that um those sisters had called him an Egyptian. So he looked like an Egyptian. So if he looked like an Egyptian, it must mean that he was black. Okay, then. Well, let's see what our some of the disciples had to say about this. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11, and we're going to read verses 24 through 15. And once again, brothers and sisters, my goal is to show you that this is not a secret. It was in your face the whole time, been in your face the whole time. We just were so brainwashed that we couldn't put the pieces together. But we're going to put them together tonight. We're going to go, like I've said for the third time, we're going to go from Genesis all the way to Revelations. And I'm going to show you a bunch of times where there was metaphors, examples. Some people said it directly, what
Yep.
color they were and what they looked like. So go ahead, brother Cortez. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24 through 25.
All right. Hebrews 11, verse 24, and it reads, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Okay.
As years came, he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Well, now we know he got sent down the river. Pharaoh's daughter was in the river, and instead of killing him, she decided to keep him. She had him nursed, brought him up in Moses got to live the high class life. He wasn't no slave. He was reaping the benefits of being Pharaoh's quote unquote daughter. Go ahead, brother Cortez. Start over and read it again.
All right. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season,
Mm-hmm.
esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
All
Through
right,
faith, okay, my bad.
that was 25. You read
Yeah, I went.
25?
My bad.
Okay.
I went a little further. My
Oh
bad.
no,
I went.
you good, you fine. Cause like the point that we're sending home here is that he refused to be looked at as Pharaoh's daughter. So in order for him to be considered Pharaoh's daughter, he had to look somewhere, something like Pharaoh's daughter. Now they
Pharaoh's
probably,
grandson.
yeah, exactly. You're right. I was saying that wrong. Salakia. What Brother Steph said, he didn't want to be Pharaoh's grandson. He didn't want to be the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Uh, with that being said, he had to still look like him in order for that to even work. He didn't. You, how would you pull that off in that time if you didn't look like them? Oh wait, there's more. So not only did he not want to look like or be considered a part of them, the Egyptians, he chose to take the suffering with his people, God's people. Keyword, God's people. He chose to stick on their side. Okay, so with that being said, if they're God's people and he chose to ride with them, even at that time, before they realized who he was, before he had to go back, him and Aaron, and tell them, I'm this person of this tribe. I'm really with y'all. I've just been living this life because of this.
Did you bring
He
out that Zondervan Hebrew? That
Nope.
ham?
Do you got it? Because I forgot my Zondervan. I gotta put my Zondervan back with the rest of my collection of books. I keep forgetting it. Do you have your Zondervan with you?
Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. With that being said, brothers and sisters,
Can
he
I say
chose
something,
not.
Hebrew?
Yeah, yeah. Let me knock this point out. He chose not to be a part of Pharaoh and them. He chose to be a part of God's people in them. So he had to look like both of them. So if everybody looked similar, then what are we saying here? Everybody was black. Go ahead, brother Mikael.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. I got
Well,
something out the mind.
Moses saw, he didn't want to be called that no more because he got to looking at his people like, man, my people look good. Them Hebrews look good, and I look just like them. And he got to looking at them egg-headed Egyptians over there with them long, lapidated heads and eyes squinched over there and all that paint on their face. Man, I don't look nothing like these people.
My head ain't shaped like that.
My head ain't shaped like no damn Martian. My head don't. I don't have no extraterrestrial looking forehead.
Hey, Hebrew. You said in order for Moses to pull that off, he had to look like them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, peep this out. Okay, when Jesus, along with Mary and Joseph, when they fled to Egypt, uh, trying to escape from King Herod.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Jesus was white, he would
Mm-hmm.
have stood out like a sore thumb, mingling with them Egyptians, right?
That's correct.
So that should kill everything right there, bro. And even if he looked like the people that's in the land today, he would have stood out, wouldn't he?
That's correct.
So what
The
is the
the the people that's considered, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because now we
behind me?
can't forget that we can't forget that it's some of our people over there.
No, I'm talking
Before,
about the slimy
yeah,
Hamies.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got I got that definition.
But
Bring
go
it
ahead.
out, sir.
Okay, Ham, Zondervan Bible Dictionary definition. The youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of
Mm-hmm.
the dark-skinned races, not the Negro, but the Egyptians, the
Hmm.
Ethiopians, the
Hmm.
Libyans,
Hmm.
and the Canaanites.
Hmm. Keyword: dark skinned racists, not the Negroes.
So
Those
the
keywords
Egyptians
actually.
were black.
Mm-hmm.
They were not, they didn't look like Charleston Heston. They were black, but they just wasn't the Negroes. So Moses was not of their lineage, and he realized that. But go ahead, Hebrew.
Well, no, don't stop right there. Bring out Shem. What did it
All
say
right,
about
give me one
Shem?
second. Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
While brother Steph getting that, um, brother Cortez, jump to Exodus 4, chapter 1 and verse 8. Cause now I'm gonna throw a curveball in here. Exodus chapter 4, verses 1 through 8.
All right.
All
And
right,
it
let me know
reads.
when you're ready. Go
All right,
ahead.
go ahead.
All right, well, hold on, Corsair. Go ahead and bring that out, Steph, and we're gonna
All
we
right.
gonna jump to that after that.
Shem, Zondervan Bible Dictionary definition.
Mm-hmm.
The second son of Noah and the progenitor of all the children of Eber.
Mm-hmm.
He was the father of all the children of the Hebrews.
Hmm.
Shem means name or renown. He was the progenitor of all the seed of Eber. And that's in Genesis chapter 10 and verse 21.
So what you telling me is to prove your definition right, I can go to Genesis 10 and 21.
That's correct.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Cortez. Let's go there for a second.
And that word Eber, that's what the word Hebrew come from.
That's exactly correct.
All right,
And
I'm ready.
we all know that the Israelites, what do they love to put in front of our name? Hebrew Israelites. Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I'm ready when you ready.
Let's go. I want to bring out that. I'm gonna bring this out real quick.
Okay,
Genesis
no,
chapter.
I was saying I
Oh,
had that 21 for you, but go ahead, go ahead.
okay.
You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
read it. I'm gonna read it. Go back to that Exodus 4 and 1 through 8. I'm gonna read it real quick.
Yes, sir.
Genesis chapter 10, verse 21. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japhet, the elder, even to him were children born. And then it
Mm,
goes to list all the children that was born behind him. So
man.
that proves that, and that was that not the definition? Was that not the context verse given in your definition, brother Steph?
You better know it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all praise.
Brother Cortez, bring out the Exodus 4 and 1, please. We're gonna
All
read
right.
all the way down to 8.
Okay. And Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, The Lord has not appeared unto thee.
Let's start right there. Let me give some context. Forefather Moses is talking to the burning bush. He was given that assignment. I'm just giving context of what's going on, what Brother Cortez is about to read. He talking to the Most High. Hey, look, the Most High telling you, hey, look, I got a job for you. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need done. You're the man for the job. I don't care what you say. You're gonna be the man for the job, and you just gonna have to do the job. Moses is coming up with every excuse not to do it. Hey man, look, man, I'm not the guy, man. I'm not him, okay? I know you think that I'm him, but I'm not him. You're gonna have to find somebody else. I can't even talk good. They don't believe me. They ain't gonna
Right.
believe me when I tell them half of this stuff that you telling me to tell them. Okay, you need to find somebody else. Okay, that was just for the sake of context. Go ahead, brother Cortez,
I like
with
the way
verse
you
2.
I like the way you put that. Okay.
All praises.
And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before
Mm-hmm.
it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand and take it by the I mean put and the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand,
Mm-hmm.
that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and
Mm-hmm.
the God of Jacob hath appeared unto thee.
There go
And
them
the
men again. Go
mhm.
ahead.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Wait. I thought he was already the same color as snow.
Uh-oh,
Read that script again. Read verse 6 again for the
message.
people in the back.
And the Lord said furthermore unto him, Put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
So you
Come
mean
on
to
now,
tell
dog.
me
Come on, man.
exactly? So you mean to tell me, brothers, y'all can hear me, right? Y'all can still hear me.
Yeah.
Hold on, I might be having some trouble. Let me go out. Let me
No,
go
you
back
loud and
out
clear.
and come
No,
back.
you loud and clear. You loud and clear.
He probably couldn't hear us. Yeah, we could hear him, but he probably couldn't hear us. There you go.
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I don't know what it is, man. It seems like every time we play music or we play effects, man, it's like y'all can hear me, but I can't hear y'all. So I be having to go back in. Well, I be having to go back out and come back in. So that's why I be doing that. But back to verse 6. You mean to tell me that Moses stuck his hand inside his robe because the Most High told him to. The Most High was pulling out all the stops for him. Hey, man, I came in a burning bush. What more do you need? Okay, the bush is not burning down. I mean, what more do you need right here, my boy? Like, come on, man. Okay, you want me to? All right, look, throw your rod down. It's gonna turn into a snake. Man, it ain't gonna turn into. Man, that thing turned into a snake. I'm finna run. No, don't run. Pick it up by the tail. It's gonna go back to a rod. He pick it up and go back to a rod. He said, "You still don't believe me? I need a little bit more." Okay, then. Well, put your hand in your robe and bring it out. So Moses said, "What's gonna happen when I put my, you know what? I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna put my hand in my robe. Boom, my hand white. Wait a minute. I ain't never seen this color before on my skin. Message.
Awesome.
So what is that saying? So what is that
And,
saying? If
and it,
I thought
it
they
come on,
says a
said
Mike.
lot.
lep. I thought they
It
said
says a lot.
leprous is black. I thought they said to be black is leprous. Well, they got
No,
everything
no,
backwards,
no,
don't they?
no. Can anybody tell me what the color of snow is?
White.
Don't
It's
worry, I'll
wide.
wait. Oh, okay.
It's
Oh,
wide.
okay.
You
Oh, okay.
did not the Most High turn his sister leprous?
Oh, wait,
Uh-oh.
wait. I'm getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
getting there. Nah, you good. I'm getting there. But that's
So,
the whole
so to
because
say that, so to say white Jesus, that would be a leprous God, wouldn't it?
yeah, you know,
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just
yeah.
asking. I'm just asking. Go ahead.
No, no,
Go
all
ahead.
right.
Well,
I'm
hey,
with you
hey,
because
hey, you sounded like money then. You
I
sounded
did
like
them.
money then. You sounded like your little boy. You sounded like your little boy.
Hey, cause we gotta break it down, cause people, brothers and sisters, when they throwing this stuff at you, hey, these the scriptures you need to go to. Not only that, I mean, we could go into is Leviticus. We could go into Leviticus, and it strictly speaks on the same subject. Where if you had a pimple or a boil with a white hair or a scab, and it had white hair in it, white at this particular time would be blonde in this case because everything around this time was black, curly, coarse hair. You were considered leprous. But let's stick to verse 6. He said he put his hand in his bosom. He put his hand in his robe, pulled it out, white hand. Golly, my hand white. What's going on? Okay. Now, Brother Cortez, if you don't mind, can you read verse 7 for me? No, finish it out. Finish verse 7 and 8.
Alrighty then. All right. Leopards and snow. And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "Put thine hand into thy bosom again."
Mm-hmm.
And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other black, flesh.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign.
All praise.
Yes,
So
sir.
you mean to tell me Moses talking to a burning bush, the burning bush tell him, hey, I need you to go do this. He say, nah, I'm scared. I'm not the guy. He said, use the guy, and I'm gonna show you why you the guy. Put his rod down, I'm gonna turn it to a snake. Okay, he turns into a snake, he picks the rod back up, it goes back to a rod. Then he tells him, hey man, put your hand inside your robe and pull it out. It turns white. Then he tells him, hey man, now put your hand back in your robe and pull it back out. Now keep in mind in verse 6, it says that he just put his hand in his robe and he pulled it out. He pulled it out calmly because he didn't think nothing was gonna happen. But in verse 7, it tells you he put his hand in his back in his hand, he put his hand back in his robe and plucked it out. Now, when you are trying to pluck something, aren't you using a certain speed and force in order to pluck whatever you are trying to pull out?
Hey, he was ready. He was ready to get back to color. He was. Hey, he
Exactly.
wanted his color back.
Exactly. So when he put it in there, he threw it in there and threw it right back out real quick. His hand was back. His hand was back the same color as the rest of his flesh. Okay, so if his hand was white when he pulled it out the first time, he put it back in and pulled it out again, and it went back to the same color as the rest of his flesh. Then my brain ought to tell me that the rest of his flesh was not white. So if his flesh was not white, and he's a part of the tribe of Israel, and he's a descendant of Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac, that must mean that they were black. That must mean that he was black, and that
He was
leper is to
clear.
be. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you, brother Steph. Thank you.
He was
He,
translucent.
yeah, what he said. Yeah,
You know the reason he wanted his color back because when he stuck his hand out, he got sunburned real fast. But go ahead.
it was hot. It's hot. We talking about Africa over there in Egypt. It
Yeah,
ain't no trees and palm trees over there to sit under like talking about. It's a whole lot of sun, a whole lot of desert, whole lot of sand.
yeah. That sun hit that white skin. He's oh, mm-mm, I don't want none of this.
There's more because brother Mikael had brought out Miriam. Let's jump to Miriam for a second. Let's go to Numbers chapter 42. Wait, no, not 42. Salaki. Let's
And
go to Numbers.
while you going there, let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Now, when have you ever seen another nation? This is just another example.
Mm-hmm.
Another nation ashamed to say that my God looked like me. So because I don't want to offend nobody else, let's just say he clear then. So God clear. So I ain't offending the white man. I ain't offending the Arab man. I ain't offending the Chinese or the Japanese. I'm not offending the nobody else. Cause he clear. So
Mm-hmm.
by me saying he clear, that means I'm politically
Correct.
correct.
You know,
Matter
windows
of
are clear
fact,
too.
just say he clear and he LGBTQ plus then.
Wait a minute, sir.
He going too far. You going too
No,
Wait.
far,
no,
son.
no, because if
Now I
they
get
gonna
what you're
change
saying
the
though.
if
They
they
gonna
gonna
say that,
change the
yeah.
color of Christ,
Right.
then you might as well to just go ahead on and make him everything else that you say the world is to be politically correct.
You know they got a Bible like that, Hebrew.
Yeah, but see, this is the way that this is what the world does to our Savior. This is what the
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
world does to our God. Because God forbid we have anything for ourselves.
right.
Nigga, you can't even have your thoughts. You can't have nothing for yourself. Matter of fact, give me your give me your thoughts. Give me your prayers.
Yeah,
Negro,
let me get that.
Hey, you too
I
happy.
want the
Give me that
poop.
cancer.
Give me
I
Let,
the
want your
poop.
cancer. Give me that cancer. You too
I
happy with
want the
cancer.
poop too. When you fall, make sure you put it right here. Cause I want that.
and you know, just to bag up what Brother Stephen is saying, so that would make, if Yahweh Shai is clear, transparent, translucent, that would make him equivalent to a window. Everybody look outside your window right now. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Do you see white Jesus looking back at you? No.
Do you see any Jesus at all?
And
Right.
all and brothers and sisters, I do not mean to be rude. I'm not trying to be, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm
You,
just saying. That's
And
you ain't
all.
got no teeth in your head. Take my teeth. You too happy.
Yeah.
y'all, we ain't brother Stephen ain't just making it up now. It what has been said that
Yeah, that's been
Jesus
said for
was
real.
clear. He was
Yeah,
clear.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. From a
Mm-hmm.
high-ranking official.
Mm-hmm.
No, the mayor said it. The mayor of
High-ranking.
our
See,
hometown of
Come
Baldwin,
on,
Mississippi.
man. Come
The
on,
mayor,
dog.
the
Come
mayor
on.
of Baldwin, Mississippi said that our
Man.
Savior, Yahweh Shai,
Come
was
on, man.
translucent. So he's
Uh,
equivalent to you looking in the window, out the glass.
Come on, man.
yeah, basically. Hey, don't shoot the
ever,
messenger.
ever,
This is just what I heard.
Now make
ever
sure
Okay.
you vote
clear
for me.
like
Make sure
vodka.
you vote for me now. And she
You
won
like
again too. She
She
won
did.
again
She did. She
All
did.
with her
praises, all
translucent Jesus.
praises.
But with that being said, hey, but wait, brothers and sisters, there's more. Can we get that Numbers chapter 12, verses 1 through 15, please?
Okay. I was finna tell you, Hebrew. I found that for you. It's in 10. All right, but okay, cool.
Yeah,
1 through 50.
yeah,
One through
I
10.
want one, yeah, I want the whole context. Give me the whole
Let's walk it down.
context of it.
Let me know when you ready.
Man, bring it out, sir.
All right, Numbers 12 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married,
Mm-hmm.
for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they
Mm-hmm.
said, had the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Had
Mm-hmm.
he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out of ye three unto the tabernacles of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I the Lord will make my I the Lord will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so. who is faithful in all mine house.
Mm-hmm.
With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches.
Mm-hmm.
And the similitude of the Lord shall behold, wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Elias, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Hear her now, O God, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days?
Mm.
Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out of from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay. Let's
got to
break
be
it
more
down.
careful.
Got to be more careful. So, I'm gonna go through this, brothers and sisters. Bear with me. So, what you telling me is Miriam and Aaron was hating somewhere in the corner because Moses had a Ethiopian wife, and they said, you know what? You doing too much. Surely the
You
Lord can, huh? Go
said
ahead.
that
What you
wrong.
gonna? I said that wrong. What I say?
Yeah, you should have said Miriam and Aaron were talking smack because
Mm-hmm.
Moses married another black woman who was in Ethiopia. That's what you should have said.
Oh, I like that. We
No,
gonna run with that.
because we
We
talking
gonna
about
run
color,
with
right?
that. That's exactly what we're talking about. So they was mad about that, and they said, surely the Lord can deal with other people than Moses. We ain't finna keep going through Moses because I don't like how Moses moving. The Most High heard that and said, hold up, I need all y'all to report over here. I need to chop it up with y'all. So he got to tell them, hey, look, if I wanted to deal with a prophet, I would have came to him or her in their dreams and dealt with them that way. But with Moses, I'm gonna talk to him face to face. There's not gonna be any dark sayings, meaning there's no parables, there's no metaphors, there's no hidden messages within something that I'm saying. Me and him gonna have direct conversation. And anybody that got a problem with that, well, Miriam, I'll just turn you leprous since you have such a big problem about it. And let's go to verse 10, where it says, And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous. Wait a minute. Not only did she become leprous, white as snow. Oh, there go the white as snow again. Can somebody tell me what color snow is? Anybody? Just somebody tell me what color snow is.
White
Clear.
Jesus,
Oh,
it's
okay.
white.
Oh, so what you telling me is that she turned the same color Moses' hand turned when he put it in his robe and brought it back out the first time. That's what you telling me. So if that happened, that must mean one thing. See, and here's the difference. When Miriam turned leprous, her hair turned blonde, her skin turned pale white as snow. Well, maybe it might have been icy white as snow. I don't know what snow looked like back then. If it looked like what it looked like today, then she was white. So her hair turned blonde, her skin turned white. And when it happened, everybody's had a oh my God moment. Please don't do this to Miriam, the Most High. Please don't do this. I beg you to turn her back.
She look like the Wayans brothers on White Chicks. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a great example. That's a great
Ooh.
example because that's exactly how it looked. That's a great example. That's a great example. So, and what did the Most High say when they begged her to turn him to when they begged him, Salaki, to turn her back? He said, and the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face. First of all, I, if anybody spit in your face, that says something. But if
Mhm.
your father spit in your face, that's a whole nother level of disrespect. Now that's a whole nother level of shame
Well,
right
Disgrace.
there. Exactly.
But
This
but
disgraceful.
it
Go ahead.
sound like he's saying that if he hadn't have did that to her, would she have been ashamed of what she was saying?
Exactly.
So
No, no,
he
what
like,
he's saying, no, what he was telling Moses was,
okay,
he was telling Moses, you be quiet. He was telling Moses, you be quiet. Because if what she's done to you, you my man.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to let her off the hook scot free? If her
Mm-hmm.
father would have spit in her face, even with just that, she would have been outside the camp for 7 days. But you
Mm-hmm.
expect for me to just forgive her now? No. She going out the camp.
right,
For
right.
7 days.
That's what the Most High was telling Moses. He was telling Moses, shut your black mouth.
You should keep quiet. I shall speak.
That's
So
right. You shut your black mouth right now.
Right
yeah,
now.
so
but see that goes into what the Most High was saying. Respect the person. Go ahead, KG.
with that being
It,
said, now here's another key point that we have to bring out. She was leprous because in Leviticus it shows that we know, hey, you can't be leprous in amongst the congregation because that'll spread, and we don't need that to spread. So you have to set yourself apart from the rest of the congregation and be to yourself until that heals.
Salakia, KG.
Go ahead.
Now, also, we got to remember that there was a clean leprous
It was. That's
and
right.
an unclean leprous.
That's right.
Now,
You're
the
right.
unclean leprous was contagious,
Mm-hmm.
but the
That's
clean
right.
leprous was not contagious.
That's right.
But it didn't say whether hers was clean or unclean. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just,
Mm-hmm.
making a distinction between the two. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But go ahead.
that. No, but you're right. But you absolutely right. And shalom, brother Eliyahu. Happy to see you on board, my brother. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, brothers. Most High in Christ bless. I'm back in. I'm listening. I'm listening in.
All praises. All praises. So now that we've distinguished, what have we learned here, brothers and sisters? Black has some importance to it, even though they've tried to degrade us all these years. Black has some importance to it. And leprous, to be leprous is to be a certain color that is not normal. So there is a distinction right there, like we asked in our first question earlier. There's a distinction, there's a difference, there is a gap right there.
And
Take
KG,
take
if
with that
you
what you will. Go ahead.
if you remember, it haven't been that long ago where we showed where they were stealing our melanin,
Mm-hmm.
putting it in a sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
They now they using our melanin for a conductor.
Mm-hmm. For computer chips. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
there's power in this flesh. Well, there's power in this melanin. I'm gonna put it that way. The color of our skin, the Most High made us this color for a reason.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna go so far to say this: our forefathers were superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the feats that they were able to accomplish, they were superheroes. You look at people like the brother they turned him into a Mongolian. They turned him into a Oriental man, but he was an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
What
Genghis
was his
Khan.
Genghis Khan? They turned him into a Oriental man. That was an Israelite man. Could nobody
And
defeat him in battle. He was like
and
King David.
yeah, he was ferocious. Ferocious.
He tamed elephants. When he came to battle, they came to battle on elephants. Them Edomites didn't know what to do with him. They had to claim him for themselves. It reminded me of that on that Dave Chappelle show when they had that race draft.
Mm-hmm.
When they were giving away Michael Jackson and
Yeah, yeah. I
they
remember
were
that.
drafting him and all. Yeah, that's the way they have done our people throughout history. You know what I'm saying? We make light of it. You know what I'm saying? And we make jokes. But the thing about it is serious though, because everyone that was among us that was
Mm,
powerful or that made an impact on history, they turned them white.
yeah, this is true. This is true.
The same way they did Christ. But go ahead,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I just want to say, brothers and sisters, once again, I know this has probably been a comical lesson, but there is a lot of power in this lesson. And I just hope that you hear what is being said. For those that are new, for all of us that know already, hey, we adding fuel to the fire. But for those that may be new that's listening, hey, there's power in this. And to add on to something that brother Steph said earlier about the melanin. Melanin is in sunscreen. There are, and you can go check this out. There are videos of sunscreen being used, and we finna get back in the scripts. But there are videos of sunscreen being used, and they put a X-ray vision on it or a infrared vision on it. The screen would go black and white when they show it. When a Edomite puts on sunscreen and they put it in this X-ray vision, so to speak, you when they put
UV
the
light.
sunscreen on, yeah, UV light, thank you, UV light, when they put that on in the UV light, their skin is being changed to black. But you need the UV light to be able to see this. There are videos of this for those that may not be aware of the videos. um and let me see, Sister Arlene said she saw that, and that further proves that I'm sitting here telling y'all, hey, message that ought to tell you something. Because if you need this in your sunscreen in order not to get sunburnt, well, we all know that sunscreen wasn't around when Moses and them was in Egypt. So I mean, hey, you take with that what you want. Take with that what you want. And Notorious, you are right. You are exactly right. This is happening. Yes, sir. It is happening. Okay. For the sake of time, well, I said I was going over a little bit anyway. We're gonna, yeah, bear with me, brothers and sisters. We're gonna get through this. I gotta walk this down. Brother Cortez, you still with me?
Hey, can brother Eliyahu or Mike grab these next couple scripts and I get back right
I'll
back
help
with
you
you,
out.
bro?
I'll help you out,
I
bro. What
got
you
you.
need? What you need? I got you.
Give me Psalms. Give me Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verses 1 through 5.
Okay, you said Songs of Solomon?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me get that apocrypha opened up.
All right.
Songs of Solomon in the Bible.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Appreciate it, Hebrew.
I should have said something. I'm sitting here focusing, trying to
That's
focus
song.
and
That's
lock
Songs
in.
of Songs, right? What chapter you say?
The Song of Solomon,
What
1 through
song? What
5.
verse you say? What chapter?
Uh, chapter 1,
Chapter
verses 1
1.
through 5.
All right. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointments poured forth.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, do the virgins love thee. Draw me, we will run after thee. The king had brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. The upright love thee. I am black,
Mm-hmm.
but comely.
No, he's white.
I am black, but comely.
No, he tan. He tan.
I am black,
Oh, okay.
but comely.
Okay.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
as the tents of Kedar,
Mm-hmm.
as the curtains of Solomon.
Read 6 with it.
Look
Nah,
upon
nah.
me, because
You
I
know
am
what?
black.
You know what?
Look
Stop.
nice.
That's all I
Okay.
wanted right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I wanted right there. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're gonna focus on verse 5. We know this is talking about Solomon, another Israelite, son of David. David was of the tribe of Judah, which means he was a descendant of Jacob, which means his forefather was Judah himself. Get where I'm going with this? Yeah, they was, and Solomon saying he's black. So if he's black, then David was black. Then yeah, you get yeah. Anyway, chapter in verse 5 it says, "I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar." Now, one thing that irritates me when you bring this script out, brothers and sisters, they want to make it. They kind of treat it like that script that Brother Cortez had brought out about the gates being black, from their head to their feet. They want to say that, oh, it's not talking about the people, it's talking about the gates. Or and in this case, they would say, oh, it's not talking about Solomon, it's talking about the tents. When you use like or as in a sentence, you are saying that this is a similar. There are similarities. You are comparing something that is similar because you're saying, for instance, I look like, so on and so forth. This looks as good as, so on and so forth. So you're comparing it to something that has a similarity. So the similarity in this case would be the tents of Kedar. So wherever Kedar was at this time, the tents of Kedar were black. So he was comparing himself to the tent of Kedar.
They
And
still black. If you
oh,
look
okay.
them up right now, they still black.
Hey,
Okay.
Salakia. Hey, can Mikael, whoever in charge, can y'all share this my screen?
Let me see.
And KG, I want to precept that whenever you get done breaking it down. I
I'm
want to
done
precept
breaking it
that with
down.
Lamentations 4. Okay. Let me get that Lamentations 4, 7, and 8.
If you
I
can't
don't
share it, don't worry about it. I was just showing you the tents of Kadar on here, so they can give
okay.
the people an image and see what they look like. If not, don't worry about it. But you can
Yeah,
see that they are black.
right. I think Micah had to do that because I know I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
And
oh,
I don't know if the brother's sitting still or moving right now. But
Oh, okay,
go
yeah, he probably
up,
driving.
up, wait a minute.
there you
Wait a
go.
minute. Wait a
There you
minute.
go.
There they go, the tents of Kedar.
Oh, so wait a minute. Now we got a lot of tan around there, so it's a desert around there. We got a blue sky, we got white clouds, we got a little vegetation on the ground.
They awfully black now.
Oh, okay. So the tents of Kadar are black. Oh, okay. And he said he was black like the tents of Kadar. Oh, okay.
Look at
And they
okay,
are
let's
made
see if
from
we look
goat's
up.
hair. They
All the
made from
tents of
black
Kadar
goat's
are
hair.
right there. And when they say they are black, they truly mean black. You can't even really see the tents there.
They make those tents from black goat's hair. When
Yep.
they slaughter a goat, that's what they make those tents out of.
So there you go, your vision right there. The tents are Kadar, of Kadar. But there you go. That's what I wanted to bring out.
Oh, praise Eliyahu. Hey, keep that on standby because I'm gonna need you to bring something else out here in a minute. When I got two scripts that I want that I need, I'm gonna need you to do. You gonna know when you hear them, but hey, I'm gonna need you to do that again for me. I appreciate that, brother. That was clutch right there, brother.
All right.
Brother Steph, bring out that Lamentations. We in the spirit because I had that in my notes.
Okay. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 7 says, Her Nazarenes were purer than snow.
Mm-hmm.
They were whiter than milk. They
Mm-hmm.
were more ruddy in body than the rubies. Their polishes was of sapphire. Their visage is blacker than coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones.
Mm-hmm.
It is withered. It is become like a stick. And see what they're trying to say is because of the famine, they were black. But how many
Mm-hmm.
people, how many white, do you remember watching old World War II video
Mm-hmm.
when he was starving them people and they were number bone and skin? How many of
Mm-hmm.
them turned black?
Look,
None.
let me see if I can open my camera up. I got a book for you right here that they was in that show you they wasn't black.
That's right. Bring it out, Hebrew.
Let me see if they'll let me open it up.
Cause when
Here you
those
go.
when those issues was over there in Germany,
Y'all
and
see
they
that book right there? I
skin
found
and
this in the
bone.
thrift store. But I tell y'all, check them thrift stores out. If y'all go Google this book, I think it's about maybe $250 right now, $275. I got it
Mm-hmm.
for a couple of bucks in the thrift store. This is them when they was in their so-called captivity. How many of you
Mm-hmm.
them right there that you see are black? Neither one of them. They were starving them out. None of them are black. They got even more in it. Let me see if I can bring another one. Another picture to you on here. One that's a little bit better. Look,
Ah, praises.
look. Does she look black to you?
Nope.
None of these people right here look black, and they supposed to have been starving at this time. Not one in there is black. Those are the ones you're talking about. This is supposed to be
Message.
so-called Holocaust. None of them. I can flip through this whole book with all these pictures in right now, and none of them are black. So they can
And
say
brother
because of the
Eliyahu,
famine if they want.
it's funny that you say that about you being at the thrift store, cause Sunday I was telling brother KG I was at Barnes and Noble for over 2 hours, man, just going through their books. And I'm telling you, man, you can find some good stuff, man. You can find some
Yep.
good
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not to get off topic, though, Hebrew. Go ahead.
Shalom, brother Dark. Hey, somebody get that Job 30 and 30 for him, man. We in the spirit. Cause I had that in my notes too,
All right, I
brother.
got you. Give me 1 second. You know I know what Job 30:30 say.
Yes, sir. 30 30. I appreciate that, brother Eliyahu.
All
My
praise,
skin
all
black
praise.
upon me like Job 30 and 30.
And
I shoot
30.
with intent. My aim precise and steady.
It's 30. Yes, sir.
They respected the most high. Now they trying to find little buddy. Hold on for a minute, man. All right. My skin is black upon me,
hmm
and my bones are burned with heat. That's Job 30 and 30.
So we all know Job was going through it at that time, and he was dealing with a lot of stuff, and you know, in the midst of him going through all the things, he described himself and what he was going through. And in Job 30 30, that's what he looked like. His skin was black upon him.
Well, brother Eliyahu just showed you that a famine don't turn your skin black.
Exactly. And that's another thing that they like to say about Job. Because of what he was going through, his skin turned black. Uh-uh. Now we've been focusing on the people and brothers and sisters. Normally I would have been brought out a lot of apocrypha scripts. I'm not doing that tonight unless my brothers. I got one apocrypha script. I got one, and I gotta bring it out. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm taking you through Genesis all the way to Revelation without the apocrypha. So anybody who does not read an apocrypha, you have no excuse to sit here and disregard the information that's being brought to you because you can find all these scripts in your regular Bible. And it's some scripts that I didn't even bring out. Like, for an example, I don't even think I brought out the script in Acts where I might have brought it out. I'm not sure where they was describing Barnabas as a black man in the it'd be in the newly translated version they would describe him as a black man. In the King James version they describe him as a Niger. You know,
And
you,
Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian.
oh, I got that one. Now that one I do got. That one I do got. We gonna get to that too. But let's touch on let's touch on Ezekiel chapter 1, and we're going to read verses 1 through 10. So, because we've been focusing on God's people, now let's see who else looks like God's people. We know that God looks like his people look like God. Who else look like God's people?
All right.
Ezekiel chapter
Ezekiel
1.
chapter 1 and verse 1.
Yes, sir.
Now it came to pass in the 13th year, in the fourth
Mm-hmm.
month, in the 5th day of the month,
Mm-hmm.
as I was among the captives by the river of Chabar,
Mm-hmm.
that the heavens were open,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw visions of Yah.
Let's stop right there real quick. For the sake of context, brothers and sisters, Ezekiel was in captivity and he was being taken to wherever he was taken to. They was traveling by this river called Chabar. And all this stuff that is finna be described was being shown to him in the midst of this travel. Go ahead, brother Steph.
In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of King Jehoiachin's captivity,
Mm-hmm.
the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi,
Mm-hmm.
in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chabar. And the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Oh, wait a minute. Four living creatures. Wait, make sure that I didn't. What verse you in, brother Steph? Because I was looking towards my
Verse
next
5.
script. While you, okay, we in verse 5. Also in the midst came. Yep. Okay. So, hey, pay attention to these four creatures that's finna be described. Go ahead, brother Steph. I apologize.
And this was their appearance.
Oh,
They had the likeness
appearance,
of a man,
likeness of a man.
and every one had 4 faces.
So these are angels that Ezekiel got to see. They had the likeness of a man, meaning they had the form of a man, but they had four faces. Come on with it.
Okay? And every one had 4 wings,
Mm-hmm.
and their feet were straight feet,
Mm-hmm.
and the soles of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like of burnished.
Brother Steph, you still there? I think you might have went out.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It said, and they had, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot,
Mm-hmm.
and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Okay. Stop right there. Brother Eliyahu, I need you to do two things for me. Brother Mikael, if you can make this happen, let's make this happen. I need to know what the sole of a calf's foot look like, and I need to know what burnished brass look like. I just want to show the people in the back, the people that's in the bushes watching. Because for the sake of them giving them time to get it on the screen, brothers and sisters, how many, when you look at a cow, how many cows have you seen? What color they hooves? Just the color of the hoof itself. We ain't even really got to talk about the bottom of it, but we're gonna get to that. But what color are they hooves? Majority of the time.
Off white.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Let's look at that, brothers and sisters. Look at that second picture right there. That's probably see. These are black and white, but even in the black and white, you can see. I mean, it shows itself. Now you see the bottom of that hoof right there. Yeah, right there, Eliyahu. Yeah, that one right there. Yes, sir. That one right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's the bottom. What color is that? Can anybody tell me, Sister Arlene? Yes, ma'am. Black. That's right. That's right. Black.
And if we just use common sense, anything that walks on his feet barefooted on the ground all day long, what color do you think the sole of their hoof or feet will be? You go walk outside in your with no shoes on all day long.
Mm-hmm.
What color the bottom of your feet will be?
It's gonna be black
Mm-hmm. That's right.
every time.
Now, brother Eliyahu, do me a favor and go get the burnished brass for me.
Salakia Hebrew, when you said, I didn't know you were talking about the bottom of the hoof. I didn't know you were talking about.
I mean, but no, it still applies because, all right, if you go get a black bull right now, his hooves around the hoof is gonna be black, more than likely. And even if you didn't, let's just, I give you this one. It's a translucent, clear pan. If you look at the bottom of it, because brother Eliyahu just told you, if you look at the bottom of it is still black. And you know what? And excuse me, brothers and sisters, y'all might take this as funny, but I'm finna really be petty right now. If you don't clean your floor in your house over a couple of months and months and months at a time, and you're walking in your house barefooted and it has all that smut and all that other stuff on it from you not cleaning your floor, when you go to sit down on your couch or your favorite seat in your house and you look at your feet, they will be black.
Like them old Dusty Edomite.
Yeah, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. So brothers and sisters, that's what burnished brass look like. What color is that? That's a dark brown, right? Am I tripping? Am I blind? Am no, no, yeah, yeah. Okay. Do I need to? You know what, brother Steph? We don't even have to go through the rest of the scripts. That's all I really wanted out of that right there. I just wanted to
Look,
prove that point.
that's an Edomite up there with a diagram and a brown coat compared to him. Look at the diagram of the colors of how dark varnished brass can really get.
Hmm. Yeah. He looked very translucent to me. Mm-hmm. Yep. See right through that guy. Mm-hmm. Sure can. But I can't see through that brown though. So, all right, where was I at? Do I want?
Who's that verse 8?
I don't. I proved my point. I proved my point right there. We ain't even got to go through the rest of that.
Okay.
Go to Hosea chapter 7, verses 1 through 10, and Micah Eliyahu. I'm gonna need y'all for the last time on this one. Hosea chapter 7, verses 1 through 10. And like I
All
said,
right.
brothers and sisters, I ain't using no apocrypha. Hey, I'm gonna give tonight, I'm gonna give them the books that they got. I'm gonna break it down this way. So bear with me. I'm almost done.
It says, when I would have healed Israel,
Mm-hmm.
then the iniquity of Ephraim was discovered, and the
Mm-hmm.
wickedness of Samaria, for they committed falsehood,
Mm-hmm.
and the thief cometh in, and the troop of robbers spoil it without. And they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own doings have beset them about. They are before my face. They make the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. They are all adulterers, as an oven heated by the baker, who ceased from raising after he had kneaded the dough until it be leavened. In the day of our king, the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine. He
Mm-hmm.
stretched out his hand with scorners, for they have made ready their heart like an oven, whilst they lie in wait. Their baker sleeping all the night. In the morning it burneth as a flaming fire.
Mm-hmm.
They are all hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. Hold on 1 second. And have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people.
Uh-huh.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Not turn. Oh, stop right there. Stop right there. Let's get a little bit of context. So, Hosea was around the time when the split happened between Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. So Ephraim was part of Northern Kingdom. They was doing a whole lot of wickedness, doing a whole bunch of things that they shouldn't have been doing. They was mixing with the other nations, worshiping other gods, so on and so forth. But one thing that they said in verse 8, it says, Ephraim hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Okay. Uh if a cake is not turned, that means visualize a pancake that has not been flipped to the side that needs to bake. Can we get that visual? Because that's the visual I wanted. And when you finally flip it, it's burnt. What color is that? I mean, if you put something in the oven too long, what color is that? Oh, black. Right. Of course. I knew that. We knew that, right? Black. If you put toast in the toaster too long and let it you toast it too long, what color it go to? Black. If you put something in the fire and let it burn to ashes, even the one that Steph brought out to precept what I was saying earlier, the visage of coal. What color is coal? Black. What color is charcoal? Black. Because that's something similar to coal. That's why I brought that up. If you put a cake in the oven too long, or if you don't turn a pancake over from letting it cook on the side that you had on it first, what color does it go? Black. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's it. You know, I don't.
Hey, and also, KG, you got that other side over there too that ain't cooked,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that
exactly.
and that explains the mixing with the other nations.
Mm-hmm.
Cause some of them black
Mm-hmm.
and some of them ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. I'm gonna show you this one. Then hold on, let me see. Put this one up, Mikael. All right, try this one. It's the burnt pancakes. That's how you look right there. Where you see when you burnt on the and then if it be the top side cooked just right, or this one right here. Just imagine if they burn this one right here on the bottom. You'll see that this one right here still gonna have its light color
Mm-hmm.
That's
on it.
right. That's right.
Hmm. But if you leave it on its bottom side, you're gonna have that black.
That's right. Now that I've proven that point, I appreciate you, brother Mikael. I appreciate you, brother Eliyahu. Y'all have really helped me bring this lesson where I wanted it to be, where the Most High wanted it to be. Because I'm out the way. I'm just, at this point, I'm just being used for his glory. Let's go to First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. Because what are we seeing here? Now, brothers and sisters, can we all agree if we go to war today and we win the war against whoever we are warring with, who gets to rewrite history? The people that we conquered or us?
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
And laid open the books of the law,
Mm-hmm.
wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their own images.
So this was in the time of Maccabees. This is during Greek captivity. The Grecians were going around killing our forefathers. They were killing our forefathers because they was trying to convert them from believing what they had been taught to believe. You either converted to what the Grecians believed in, or you were killed. Um, so with that being said, in the midst of them trying to destroy everything that they knew of their lineage, of their lifestyle before converting to be quote unquote Grecians, the Greeks would go into our libraries. They would steal books. They would keep certain books and destroy all the other books. They would kill you for having these books in your house. They would kill you if you were teaching your children, if you had your children circumcised. They would kill you if you did anything that was contrary to what they wanted you to do. Why? Because we was in Grecian captivity, but also because they were trying to destroy that idea that our people were superior. And in the midst of trying to do that, this is one of the things they did. They took the books that they felt were necessary to keep. They tried to repaint their images, meaning if an image was brown, burnished brass,
Renaissance.
right?
Renaissance era.
Thank you, thank you. During the Renaissance era, the era, they would take our books and rewrite. Well, some of them they would try and rewrite, and then there was others that they would paint their likeness in that image. They would take these.
Iconoclasm.
That's exactly right. They would take these pictures and paint them white. So if they was doing it before, and this was before the time of Jesus. Maccabees was before the time of Jesus. You have to also keep this in mind. So if they did this before the time of Jesus, what makes you think they wouldn't do it during and after? Hence is why you have a white there. The white Jesus has been in rotation for all these years because they painted their likeness on our images. So if it's their likeness, that must tell you one thing: your enemy was not black. Your enemy was a different color than black. Your enemy didn't like the fact that you was the color of the Most High, Yah'S, the angels, your forefathers. So they had to make it look like they were the people and not you. Can somebody isn't it in Isaiah where they say he'll steal a man's identity, his home? Am I quoting that right? I know what I'm talking about. I just can't think of the BCV right
Yeah,
now.
they oppress a man in his heritage.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
oppress a man in his heritage. This is
Hey,
what this is talking about. Go ahead.
real quick, Salagi. I got a Bible here called the Catholic Bible. Let me see if I can show. It's one of these Catholic or Bishop's Bible I found. It's like from 1954. And
Mm-hmm.
what you was talking about in here, that first Maccabees, you seen how it read in the King James,
Mm-hmm.
but in here, let me show up again since we can put me up there. This is one of these Bibles, and the pictures are in here are horrific, man. It's another old Bible that I found. In here, they got the Book of Maccabees. This is how it read when they changed up the words or changed up things like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48, what you was reading out of the KJV, but this is where it reads here. It says, and they laid open the books of the law in which the Gentiles searched for the likeness of their idols. You see how they switched that up, and like I said, if this is the only book that you had to read out of, you wouldn't understand that what it said out of the King James version, how they
Mm-hmm.
changed it to their own kind. This said that the Gentiles, they just went in looking for if they were in the Bible. That's what
Mm-hmm.
this wicked Catholic Bible is saying, but it doesn't say that in the KJV. KJV said how they changed it, but they went along from whatever text the Masoretic text or the Codex Sinaiticus, whichever one they translated it from. They changed it to make it to what they wanted it to say. But yeah, that's
Hmm.
all I want to show.
All praises.
And Salakia, brother Eliyahu, and that version that you read from is powerful
It
because
sure is.
it called the white Jesus exactly what he is, and
A
that's an idol.
Gentile. Mm-hmm. And an
They called
idol.
him an idol.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Hmm.
And when I say they got, if y'all, this is some of the wickedest pictures that y'all can ever see that's in here, because all of it was about them in this book. Where I'm at on this side, that is what we supposed to been looking forward to. All about them, and they had a whole lot more pictures that's in here that's even wickeder than that. They changed the faces. Up here, look, this is one right here. Look at the angels at the top. What color are they? What you just read about the angels just then, but what color are they showing here?
Mm-hmm.
They showing you the white angels in here, and we know that's not what the Bible says. The Joseph and Mary.
That's Jesus, and yeah.
Mm, mm. And that's all you see. And this is what the people had back then. This is what those so-called bishops and things were teaching the people. It go another wicked one. See how extremely wicked that is?
Mm-hmm.
Almost showing half naked women. Look where the man hand that is on the one lady, right in there.
Mm-hmm.
In the black. Look, you see all that is wicked, man. The thieves and Christ on the cross. They changed all of that. Those pictures that y'all have of the Order Melchizedek in the background with the afros and the black beards and all that. Where is that here?
And keep in mind, brothers and sisters, that is a Roman Catholic Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Roman Catholic Bible.
Roman Catholic Bible. I want to say it's from 1954. From 1954. This is supposed to be one of the bishops' Bible.
So that's a Roman Catholic Bible with the Apocrypha in there. But then if you churches model yourself after the unholy Roman church anyway, you see they got the Apocrypha in their Bible.
Mm. Ooh.
But you're rejected. You're rejected when we bring this stuff out.
Good one,
When
Mike.
we bringing it out the original Bible. We got to hit them. When you hitting them, you got to hit them hard. We got to get them every angle. Go on, KT.
Man, man. Which leads me, we be thinking a lot of people think, Brother Steph, somebody, unless whoever want to bring it out, it don't matter. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 1 through 4. See, that's horrendous right there. That is just downright horrendous, heinous crime right there.
See,
Yeah,
Second
I'm
Corinthians.
coming through a city. Yeah,
I
Cortez
got
right there.
I got it. Second Corinthians 11 and what here?
What they say, it ain't canon. The Apocrypha ain't canon. Sit down. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Now, before Brother Cortez bring this script out, brothers and sisters, a lot of times we hear this script and a person that is not walking in the truth will say, we are the ones that are preaching a different Jesus or Yahweh Shai. We are preaching the correct Jesus or Yahweh Shai because we are sticking to what the Bible says. They would like to say that if you're preaching something other than the gospel, if you're talking about something that doesn't pertain to the hermeneutics and the what's the mother word, Mikael?
Eisegesis and
Eisegesis.
exegesis and
Yeah, all that stuff. And they like to say that we're doing that as well, when we're definitely not. We're just reading the Bible according to how it's supposed to be read. But this, when you see this and then turn around, we're going to read this script. We just read First Maccabees 3:48, where it says they will be painting the likeness of their image. If you put your likeness on something, you are turning the original into something else.
Transforming.
Exactly. Read that 2 Corinthians 11, 1 through 4.
All right. Second Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly. Indeed, bear with me. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
Mm-hmm.
But I fear, lest by any means has the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety.
Mm-hmm.
So your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom
Hmm.
we have not preached, or
Hmm.
if ye receive another spirit which
Hmm.
ye have not received, or
Hmm.
another gospel which
Hmm.
ye have not accepted, ye
Okay.
might you might well bear with him. For I suppose I was not with behind the very chiefest apostle. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. But we have
Stop.
been through. My bad. So I
No,
can.
you good. You good.
You
That's
said
that's
one through
all.
five, right? My bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's good. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted because what if just off of verse 4, what is white Jesus then?
Verse 13.
What verse 13 say?
For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostle of Christ, had
Mm,
no marvel, for Satan himself transformed himself into an angel of light. So they
mm,
transform that from the true Hamashiach to um Satan himself.
hmm. So that gives that a whole nother level of context right there.
Hmm.
Because if this is not the original, this is a duplicate. So this is something contrary to the original. So that means that this is the different version other than the original version, which
The
means
bootleg.
exactly. So it's not the real thing. In order to be preaching a false Jesus or doing false teachings, you got to be stepping away from the original and doing another version, also known as the bootleg, like Brother Cortez just brought out.
Can I say something, Hebrew? Run quick,
Go
right quick.
ahead. Go ahead, brother. I'm
See,
not playing.
Paul was saying, hey, y'all don't let these folks come in your face preaching another Jesus. And see, once we found out that they was preaching another gospel, another Jesus, Cortez Reed, don't get mad at us because we come off a little rude in speech. But we
Mm-hmm.
have the knowledge and the understanding to teach you correctly. Read verse
Mm-hmm.
6, Cortez. Read verse 6. Right there.
Okay. Verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been truly made manifest among you in all things.
So don't get mad when we be a little rude in speech correcting this garbage that's been spilled on our people's brain for the last 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening. So if I let a dirty word fly out, don't get upset because Paul was going through the same thing.
Oh,
I
praise.
give, brother. I give. I just want to bring that out.
Good. I love it. I love it, sir. I love it. Now, Brother Cortez, get me Luke chapter 21 and verse 8. And we almost done, brothers and sisters. I'm almost done. I'm getting to the home run right here.
All right.
Luke 21 and 8. I just need 8.
All right. And it's in red letter. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many
Mm.
shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Mm.
And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
So don't be chasing translucent Jesus, window Jesus. Don't be chasing white Jesus. You're supposed to chase the truth. You're supposed to study and show yourself approved so you wouldn't even fall for that to begin with. Am I wrong, brothers?
If they
You're
lied
absolutely
about
correct,
color,
Hebrew.
what else more is they lied to us about? That's what you see. That's what I'm saying. That go right over Christian Negro head. But though I be rude in speech, but rich in knowledge. Go ahead, KG.
Huh.
Brother
Put that out there,
Cortez.
Mike. Mickey. I put one up there real quick.
Well,
Okay.
while he doing that, Brother Cortez, get Acts 21 and read 30. Wait a minute, let me see.
Y'all see that? Can the chat see them? Or
I
the
see
brother?
it, Hebrew.
I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read just a quick. What you call it? It says iconoclasm.
Mm-hmm.
Iconoclast refers to the belief in the practice of destroying icons, religious images or monuments, often for religious or political reasons, as a form of social protest. It stems from the Greek iconoclastes, iconoclastes meaning image breaker.
Hmm.
Image breaker.
So you know the key word in that right there is destroying.
Destroying. So they coming through and destroying that. It shows in the Byzantine iconoclasm, religious arguments. It shows all of it. All you got to look up that word, and you can find out through history when they did all of these things. Y'all see in what's the thing called the Sphinx when they shot the noses off? They had the big
Mm-hmm.
broad noses. You can see when they got images right now where they changed the color of Christ in a lot of these things. They got an image showing a man changing the color of him
That's
on
right.
the picture that he was depicted of.
Yeah, yeah, but at
The
the
way
end of the
he
day, Jew nor Greek, born nor free, we all one in Christ Jesus. It should say we all white in Christ Jesus. That's what it should have said.
Mm-mm.
Hey,
All right, but
Salakia,
go ahead, Steph.
And also another thing that it makes me think about in reverse is when our forefather Abraham was in the land of the Chaldees as a child, and his father was was building and making these false idol gods for these people to worship.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High God of the house of Israel put a spirit upon Abraham. Abraham told his daddy, he said, Daddy, man, you know you wrong. You know these gods, they can't talk, they can't walk, they can't eat, they can't even feed themselves. And you giving them to these people and they serving them as a god. His daddy told him, yes, son, but if we tell them that, they're going to kill you. But the Most High put a spirit on Abraham. Abraham destroyed that city. And the Most High sent him into a land where he was going to build him up to be the father of many nations.
That's
But
right.
then they turned around after Abraham established us as a people and got us on the right track and worshiping and serving the right God. They turned around and hit us with iconoclasm all over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been done over and over through history. Because when we came back in power, we would rebuild all of our cities. The Most High would bless us again. We would get the Ark of the Covenant. We would do good. Then they would come in and do it again. They perfected the art of doing this thing over the captivities, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
these people are masters at this. And now they got what they call the television. They
No,
got the
critical race theory.
they got the cell phone. They got the computer. So now it's even worse because it's in our face 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. And just to add context to what's being said, Vladimir Putin was seen with a, I don't know if it's a picture but it's a video of Vladimir Putin looking at what Jesus and Mary actually look like. And in that video, it shows that Jesus and Mary is black. I mean, I'll even give you one even further. In the Roman Catholic Church, where the Pope goes to do the prayers and all the little stuff that they be doing, when he looks up into the
Black
I don't know.
Madonna.
Yeah. When he looks, he be looking at something and he be praying to it. But the thing that he is praying to, it has Mother Mary on it and it has baby Jesus on it. What color do you think that? And you can look everything up that I'm saying. Go look it up. It shows them being black. So that ought to tell you something within itself too. They know who the real people are. They know what they look like.
Even the Pope bowed down and prayed to a black Yahweh shot.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now, I was gonna bring out my scripts. Uh, whoever taking scripts down in the chat, for the sake of everybody getting them, I want to go ahead and close out, but I'm gonna close out with Revelation. But in Acts, I want y'all to write down Acts chapter 21 and read verses 30 through 40. And just to give you a context of what you are reading here, Paul was being was he was being taken captive. He was becoming a prisoner. One of the guards that seen him asked him, was he an Egyptian? Yet you're speaking Greek. Um, Paul would go on to tell him, yeah, I'm a Jew, but I have Roman citizenship, so on and so forth. But he looked like an Egyptian. He even had the dude that had him in prison, in chains or whatever, even asked him, well, ain't you, wasn't you that Egyptian dude that was going around killing people? He asked him that. That's in Acts chapter 21, verses 30 through 40. For any and for that's for the sake of anybody that want to go read that and get a deeper interpretation. So what is that saying right there in Acts 21, 30 through 40? It shows that Paul was black. It shows that he looked equivalent to an Egyptian. And we learned earlier that Joseph looked like an Egyptian. Moses looked like an Egyptian.
Mm.
And Paul is a descendant from the same people that Joseph and Moses is from. Let
Mhm.
that marinate. Now to actually bag up what's in Acts 21, 30 through 40, write this down as well. Romans chapter 9, verses 1 through 4. Paul tell you, and in the first verse, he tell you know, this is just classic for me. I love Romans 9, 1 through 4, because it's so hard to get away from. But in verse 1, he tells you, a lie I tell you not. So
Mm.
he made it clear that he was not lying about whatever he was finna say. And then he goes on to say that the Israelites are my kinsmen, my brothers according to the flesh, meaning they look like me. We have similarities. We're the same
Mhm.
color. They are my brethren.
Mm.
Romans 9, 1 through 4 backs up the things that went on in Acts 21, 30 through 40, further confirming that Paul was a black man of the tribe of Benjamin. Now, now that I done got that out the way, y'all make sure y'all get that down in y'all notes.
Put
Uh,
put that on screen, Mikael. Go ahead, brother KG.
okay. Um, brother Cortez,
Yes, sir.
I need Revelations 1, 13 through 15. Because
Revelations 1.
and what irritates me about this verse, brothers and sisters, when you first even have the courage to read a Bible, most people jump to the end of the Bible
Mhm.
and they remember all the scary stuff that gets said in Revelation. But somehow, some way, they skip over this part right here. They just remember all the scary stuff that Revelation say is gonna happen. They remember that, but they just forget what was said in Revelations 1, 13 through 15.
All right. And it reads, and in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
Mm-hmm.
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and
Mm-hmm.
girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Mm-hmm.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as
Mm-hmm.
white as snow, and his eyes
Mm-hmm.
were as a flame of fire, and
Mm-hmm.
his feet like unto fine brass, if they and as if they were burnt in a furnace,
Now
and
we
his
showed you.
voice as
Go
the
ahead.
sound of many waters.
Now we showed you what burnished brass looked like. So
Mhm.
burnt brass got to be darker than burnished brass because it said burnt. It didn't say burnished. It said burnt brass. So it got to be darker than burnished brass. But they're still in the same family. One is just a little bit lighter than the other. What irritates me about this scripture is, like I said earlier, when we was all in the truth, well, not in the truth, before we all came into the truth, Salakia. I know I did this. When I first got into the Bible, I didn't even read the whole Bible. I jumped straight to Revelations and read Revelations because I thought the world was gonna end at that time when I was reading it. So I wanted to be prepared. I skipped over that. I'll be honest and say it. But now that I'm in the truth, I realize that I made a vital error right here. So if I made this error, and I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I would consider myself intelligent. But if I skipped over this and I was reading it, how many other people skipped over it while they was reading it?
A
Mm.
lot of them.
Mm.
Hey, Hebrew, let's
Because
get the Father before we go.
come on with it.
No, go on, finish your point. I was just saying, if we talking about the Son, let's go look at the Father when you get done. Go ahead, Hebrew, break it out.
Okay. Go to Revelations 2 and 18. And I got one more script after this, Miguel, and we can bring out what you with the father right after that. Got two more
Revelations
scripts.
2 and 18, and it reads, and it's in red letter. And unto the angel of the church in Thyatira write, these things said the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. I
Mm-hmm.
know thy works in the charity and service and faith and thy patience and thy works, and the last to be more than the first.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
So, no, that's all I needed. Now jump
Okay.
to now go to Revelations 4, read 1 through 3.
Revelations 4, verse 1. After this I looked, and behold, a door was open in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was, as it were, of a trumpet,
Mm-hmm.
talking with me, which said, come up hither, and I will shew thee the things which must be hereafter. And
Mm-hmm.
immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne. And
Sardine
sight,
Star.
okay, you said sardine, yeah, my bad,
Mm-hmm.
Salaki. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald. And one about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold.
Okay. Brother Eliyahu, can you look up what a jasper and a sardine stone look like?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna hand it to Brother Mikael to let him bring out what he gonna bring out, and I'm gonna close. All right, so for everybody that say Jesus was clear and white and he wasn't none of those colors, he was an ethnic Jew from Palestine and all of y'all. I just gave you all the descriptions of what he looks like, what he will look like when we get to see him. So let's find out if he's clear. Let's find out if he's a F. Well, he is a Jew, but you know how they be trying to say it. He didn't have his color didn't matter. Okay, then. So why did they describe his color?
Mm,
Let's see. Let's see what the jasper and the sardine stone look like. Oh, would you look at that? It's brown.
mm, mm,
Would you look at that?
Oh
mm,
my gosh.
mm, mm.
Yeah, that definitely does not look white to me. Does it look clear?
Slippery
It's it's
succotash.
it's shiny, but it ain't clear. I can't see through it like my window.
Mm.
Got some gloss
So
to it.
definitely got some gloss there. Definitely got some gloss there, but it's brown. Y'all see the same thing I see? Brown.
Yeah,
You see the same
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
see
Let
brown.
me
You know,
let,
I ain't colorblind.
I be tripping sometimes. Sometimes I go off my rocker a little bit, so I was just making sure I wasn't tripping.
But you
And I
know
see
what?
green. I see green too, and I know he wasn't no Martian.
But
Oh, okay.
that kill that God don't see color. God don't see color. That trees green outside, that sky blue, and these stones on here telling you what he look like,
Mm-hmm.
what
you
color he
know,
is. So,
and they start adding to it all this too once you start seeing it. But the original color of most of these things was like this right here. See that stone right there?
Mm-hmm.
That polished stone. That's gonna be most of the original colors of it. That's the jasper stone. Let me give you the sardine stone now. That's the jasper stone right there. Here's the sardine stone
Mm-hmm.
here. All right.
God don't see color. God don't see color.
Why it didn't make
There you
everybody
go,
the same
Mikael.
color then?
Hmm.
Look, that's the Jasper Stone right there. No, that's the
It's the
Sardis
sardine.
Stone.
It's the sardine stone right here. Or the sardine or sardius. Depends on what is written in. But it's the
Uh,
sardine stone.
yep, looks
Look,
brown to
look at the
me.
color. Look at this color right here.
Yep,
All over here.
yep. Dark.
Black is
Here you
evil
go
people.
in the Bible, jasper and sardine stone color right there. This is what that one is showing you right there.
Hmm.
Look at this. Let's
Go
see.
ahead, brother Mikael. I think I have proven my point, brother.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Eliyahu gonna bring out something.
Right here, yeah, this one right here. This share this one right here, Mika. Yeah, hold on, let me get it on there. I'm gonna just read this one. This book because brother KG brought this one up earlier, and I want to show the people real quick. It should be up there now. That's what you was talking about. What the Pope be praying to and all them. That's the Black Madonna. Now I'm gonna show you how wicked these people are when they present something to us. That's why we gotta be careful when we reading and understanding things. It says a Black Madonna is a statue or painting of the Virgin Mary and often the infant Jesus that is depicted with dark skin. Listen to this, either due to the artist's choice or the material itself. There are hundreds of such figures, many dating from the medieval period, while some representing African figures. Others are darkened by age, varnish, or soot from candles. Now, if we read in this is what they put in your mind. Okay, well, it was darkened from soot from candles. But
Mm-hmm.
why only the faces was darkened and none of these other things where you see the white pictures and stuff at are darkened from soot from candles? Only the faces of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know that is a lie. They knew what color Christ was. They knew. Wasn't from no soot, from candles. That was already made to be darkened because they knew the color then, and they changed these colors of it.
Salaki, brother Eliyahu, I do you one better. Okay, so if that's the case, why didn't they just use the same marble that they used to make all those statues of Greek gods? You know the marble that I'm talking about when they be having the people sitting on statues naked with holding their head up with their chin and stuff like
Right,
that. And
right,
why y'all just didn't use that? That's a better color to use if you was gonna try and take away from it.
right.
You didn't do it because you knew who these people really were. You know who they look like. That's why.
Look at that. All of this black. They knew, like they said, hundreds of statues was used. Hundreds of these was already out there. Hundreds of them. Even though it's wicked too, but still, they were out there because our people was gonna bow down to those statues, no matter whatever color it was. But anyway, that's all I had. That's all I had. That's all I had.
All right, bro, Mikael, you had something?
Yeah, Eliyahu, what that script at in Daniel where he talk about what the ancient of days, where he talk about the Most High Yah, our Elohim, who we worship.
Oh, it's
What
10.
what what, what is that at Daniel?
It's 10, 1 through 7. I forgot to bring that
Well,
out. How I
well, yeah,
forget
cause see, you
that?
talked about Christ in Revelation. I
Oh,
said, man, we got to get the Father. We
man, how
got to
did I
pay
do
respect to
that?
our Elohim.
Man, I apologize because it's in my notes. It's Daniel 10, 1 through 7.
You can
It's
get
in
either Daniel 10 or you can go to Daniel 7 also.
Hey, bring out
Matter of
both
fact,
of them.
you might want the one in Daniel 7 and 9. Try that
7
one.
and 9.
Yeah, try that one. Let me see. Let me go to it. See
I
if that
got you. I got you. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
one.
Hold on. So he ain't a spirit. I mean, he's a spirit, but the spirit got a body. He's in a
Mm,
body form, right? So
Mm-hmm.
mm,
I need you church people to quit playing with us. The scriptures say he got a body. He's a spirit, but he's got a human body. He's shaped like a human, right? His
Mm-hmm.
head. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Read that again.
Okay, let me go back to it.
Or
Daniel
read it
chapter
down to 9.
7. You said read it. I started with 9. Where I need to start at?
Oh, you
I, s-
started when oh, okay, don't worry. That's where you were. Read it again. Read it
all
again, my
right.
bad.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Mm,
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
mm, mm,
So in Revelations, Christ's hair is just like the Father's hair. So where are we getting this goat-like hair from?
Hmm.
mm, mm, mm.
Read that Daniel 10, 1 through 7. So so the scriptures just painted a picture in our mind what he looked like.
Mhm.
He got
I
woolly
got you.
hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we play that. That's why we put that picture up there in the background for y'all to show you what the Father he got that woolly hair.
Daniel chapter
Yeah,
10, verses 5 through 6. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voices of his words like the voice of a multitude.
so go back up to that scripture where it say burrow, where they use that stone to burrow. Read that part right there.
Verse 6. His body also was like the beryl, and his
His
face.
body was like the
Mhm.
burrow. So we need to look up what a burrow is. What is that black?
Let's find out. I bet you it's clear.
You think it's clear? I think it's probably is clear, ain't it? So the
Yeah.
ancient of days, this man y'all see in the background, hair like wool. So y'all thought we would just put that up there because it was some good art? Yo, man, that's how the Father look. That's how Yahweh shall look. That's
Mm,
how we gonna look.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
yield.
put it up there.
All right.
Mm. So you gonna have barrel come in different colors, but I haven't seen no clear barrel. You got green, look, natural red barrel, pink barrel. So you got that, but I still haven't seen clear. So you're gonna have darkened colors on how his color was. So if you keep it in context and remember, we had the sardine stone or the sardius stone. What was the other stone we had? We looked up the jasper stone,
Mm-hmm.
Jasper
and
Stone.
now we're looking at the beryl stone. So to keep the scripture in perfect harmony, both of those, the first two, the sardius and the jasper, they were pretty close to color. So now
Mm-hmm.
you keep it with the harmony how the father, when described the woolly hair of the father, you're gonna see the skin of the father is just like the skin of the son, and it's
Mm-hmm.
still gonna be that same way of that barrel. So if you keep it in there, you're gonna see that those like brownish, reddish, or ruddy colors.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have. That's what you're gonna have.
All praises to that.
Look, this is natural barrel right here. Natural barrel right there. Y'all can see that. And that's the way they describe them. That's what they saw him as. That's the way Daniel saw
Yeah, that kind of like Thanos color.
him.
Definitely not that purple. But I get what you're saying though. Well, with that being said, though, brothers and sisters, um, as I close, I hope everybody was edified. I hope, for those that are new to the channel, I hope that you was able to learn something tonight. And this information that we brought out, when that conversation come up, hey, you got these notes, bring them out. And I want to make this very clear. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not. being rude to anybody. And if I came off as rude, um, that was not my intention. What I am trying to do is help people to understand that these stuff that we are bringing out, this knowledge that we are bringing out, this milk that we are bringing out, it's in your face. And if you just slow down and read
Mm.
stuff, if you, brother Cortez, can you bring out this Second Timothy 2:15 for me one more time? If you just slow down and read correctly, get that history down correctly, go research correctly, you
Yes,
won't
sir.
miss little stuff like this. Bring it out, brother Cortez.
Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Rightly dividing the word of truth. When you divide something, you're taking something away from it in order to get the number or the right answer that you need. And that's what you got to do with these scripts, because we have been programmed to think one way. You have got to deprogram yourself from thinking like that. And all I'm trying to do is help you. Don't
Mm.
shoot the messenger. It is what it is. I'm not saying it. The script said it. Now, I may have been a little bit sarcastic tonight, but at the end of the day,
You know,
this is
we
what
be
the
rude in
scriptures say.
speech, rich in
Exactly.
knowledge.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, you can't say, I mean, you know what? I can't even say that I went all the way through from, well, I did, but from the Old Testament to the New Testament, from Genesis to Revelations, I showed you that it is brought up numerous times. So if it's brought up numerous times in the Bible, it has to have some type of significance. And if they're trying their best to make it insignificant, that should tell you something as well. Not only that, Brother Eliyahu showed you a Roman Catholic Bible from 1956 with the Apocrypha in it, where they are trying to make it insignificant.
And what they doing now, this is the same thing they've been doing. Why you think Trump want to go in there and change slavery? It never happened. We weren't that mean. They wanted to, now they in the Smithsonian whitewashing it.
Mm.
And with that said, being brothers and sisters, this has been Back to the Basics Tuesdays, and I hope y'all was edified. I hope y'all enjoyed this class. This class was not to tear anybody down. It wasn't to be rude to anybody. It was just to show you that this has been in your face. And if you'll just slow down, if you'll read precept upon precept, you will see these things. And another thing that I want to bring to y'all attention, and this is just food for thought. You gotta start thinking like this. For my brothers and sisters that may be new, or for my brothers and sisters that's not in the truth as deep as some of us may be, we have to look at it from this perspective here. What if we are in the line of judgment and we're all getting judged, and you have to take a pop quiz in front of the Most High, and he asking you certain scenarios that happened in the Bible to test your knowledge, to show that you have studied, to show yourself approved. And the first question he asks you is, "What was the color of the people of the Most High God?" And you don't know the answer because you didn't study properly. You don't think about stuff like that,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
because it can happen. Don't think it can't happen. Anything is possible with the Most High. He could ask you the most simplest question, or he could ask you how much fire weigh. And I promise you, you do not want the question when he asks you how much fire weigh. If I had to
Mm.
pick between the two, I would take the color. Okay, so just
Mm.
a
Mm.
thought, just a thought, brothers and sisters. And with that, I close. I hope I said I'm gonna keep y'all over a little bit. I didn't mean to stay this long, but hey,
I'm proud of you. By the time you grow some, man, proud of you.
so, so hey, sometimes you gotta do it just to get it
By the
done.
time
You
he
know what I
grows
mean?
some, by the time he grows some on who, Mike? Who
See,
you referring to?
first of
Who
all,
is the
you being just like a Christian and taking everything out of context, brother.
by the time you grow some on who? Bro, Mika, who you referring to?
Brother,
Are you
I
are
think you
you
need.
talking?
I think you need.
Are you
You've been in
talking
Iowa
about me?
too long. You've been in Iowa too long. I think you need to just get in the sun a little
Are you referring to me? All praise to the Most High Hebrew. Nah, man, it was a great lesson, man. I enjoyed it. I think you did a great job with it, man. All praise to the Most High.
Excellent,
All
man.
praises. All praises.
But we are over 2 hours.
Definitely over 2 hours. We actually pushing the 3 hour mark. You know, I like I said,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I
Boy,
went
you
over.
sure enough make me proud. You get to that, boy. You sure enough gonna make me proud when you get over that way.
Mike is not a good influence. He is not a good influence.
Y'all, if I lose service, I think I ran all the power out of my I think I done ran my battery down. I think I got like 2%. So if I fall off, that's why. But go ahead.
All praises, man. That was a beautiful lesson, bro. Glad you decided to bring that one out. I said on a lot of my lessons I bring out, y'all go to them thrift stores, man. Sit in there. If they got a lot of books in there, go to them books and y'all find some stuff. They got a lot of jewels in there that y'all be able to use to get just a little bit more learning on. But all praise and glory to the Most High, man, that He let you bring this lesson out. Like you said, some people may think it's milk, but we always, all of us need that refresher because lessons like this is what brought a lot of us into this truth and boost our spirits up once we found out who we were and what color Christ was and the color of the people. So, we do need lessons like this on a regular. But all praise glory to the Most High that He gave you this, put on your heart to bring it out. Hallelujah.
DJ, take us away.
All right, with that being said, we bid y'all shalom.
All praises to our Elohim, the God of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Salaki, can y'all hear me?
Son Yeshua, the Savior of the house of Israel.
Yes, sir.
Before my phone died, brothers and sisters, this has been another exciting episode of Back to the Basics Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we undefeated.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Now, why did he stop the music?
Garments could break his extremities, as it was written in the Psalms and the prophecies. Yeah, they dragged him through the city, gave him a thorn for crime, mocked him and laughed at him, tried breaking him down, but he pushed him in pain. He didn't make a mumbling sound. Some whipped him so bad his blood saturated the ground. Then he was nailed to a tree. They stretched out both of his hands. His side was open. That's where the soldier weapon was rammed. At any time he could have called down a legion to kill him. Just to hop about the chariots and murder them niggas. Darkness filled the skies, then the earth shook in its pain. The temple veil was torn, it was ripped into twain. Roman soldiers were trembling, gripping their weapons in shame. Still nobody understood the power contained in his name. He said it was finished, took his last breath, gave up the ghost and proceeded to go down in death. Even the tomb knew Yahweh wasn't done yet. He knew his purpose and he played it like a clarinet. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. They laid him in Joseph borrowed tomb and sealed up the grave. The laws patrolled 24/7, sure that he stayed. The guilty scattered like roaches when they running from raid. Afraid of the words he spoke and the promises made. 3 days the world was in silence, our people overwhelmed with doubt. Hell threw a party thinking they can count him out. Demon laughed and danced as they screamed and shout. He who laughs the loudest, lining through the crowd. Way deep in the depth, he shattered the chains, took the keys from Satan, and he broke the restraints. Death had to yield, and all of his power was drained. Now every knee got to bow at the sound of his name.
Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D. Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D. Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E.
A lot of people got inside the mindset coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off to heaven. That's not true.